our characters were given the the missions and goals to explore the 3 outlying cities around Roshona of Asarius, Karis, and Rothold. And as we made our way to Asarius, we noticed this giant, like portal-like, cloud-like structure outside in the outskirts. After further investigation, we found out there's a lot more at hand with these stones being placed around the city and this cult of crown breakers as well as other cult placed in these stones. And so our next step was we found out that the stones were the primary attack on the city and that this giant gate had nothing to do with it outside. As time went on and we had to wait for our reinforcements from Roshona, we decided to take care of these crown breakers, a revolting group or rebels within the city. And we got word that Northroads proper were probably the best place to find them regarding their hideout and their scheming ways. Around the outside of the proper, there's a giant perimeter being held along with guards, and he informed us regarding the crown breakers are within this section. As we enter and make our way through this section with a concern and very uneasy feeling, we notice 4 individuals telling us to leave right off the bat, and I'm just like, wow, I told them to leave and they left. We engaged with these 4 individuals, and then after a very, very short engagement, 2 got away, if I remember correctly. 2 ran away, and we raided their vault, at least of the smaller ones. We raided their vault and found a total of 746 platinum pieces and 3,566 gold pieces to be shared amongst ourselves, which we haven't done yet. We made our way to the Rusty Dragon. We talked with the innkeeper regarding the Crown Breakers, anything like that, any recent activities, anything he could share. He kind of told us about um, the lumber yard as well as um, store across the way. We did some investigation around the nearby area and found a couple of healing potions as well as some sood, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sood. Drugs. We're introducing drugs into the campaign now. Welcome. This is no longer a PG friendly show. We're going PG-13, so viewer discretion is advised. That is where we left off.
Brought to you by Swift Lifestyle.
Finally, I can
55 sessions. Finally got drugs in the campaign.
Finally got drugs.
Let me switch. Sorry, let me
Look in the bio
screen is over, so
for a
I
discount.
hope you all appreciate it.
Normally have 27 hit points. I love it. I love it. We're dancing. And correct me if I'm wrong, we kind of investigate this kind of entire right side of the map, and we found a locked door, and we can heard rumbling and stumbling inside, and that's where we expected where one of them were to run off to, and that's going to be our primary investigation point.
Yeah.
And we rigged the door to explode if they opened it too.
Did we do that? Okay.
Yes.
I couldn't remember that correctly.
Yeah.
I got a little lost last time.
It's okay.
We were kind of moving everywhere. But
hey, off the table.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In the meantime, though, you have pretty much finished clearing this warehouse, which has been partially picked apart already, likely from when all this happened. Stepping back out into the crossroads proper, you're pretty sure you searched almost everything here. There's still the Emporium that you guys were going to check.
Yes,
Otherwise, the area is quiet. You can see very gently kind of the smokes leaving the the Institute. Let me check the name. Sorry, the Rusty Dragon, which is that bar smoke shops. There's still smoke that leaves there. And in this about afternoon in Asarius, it's still quiet. Almost like an uncanny level of quietness given the Northwest proper being the industrial center. So with that, what do you want to do? I'm sorry, move my cat. Laura. One girl.
So who has the drugs right now?
Everything
think
has gone
the
into
drugs.
Saren's bag.
Can I cast Identify on it, if you don't mind?
Nope. They're
No?
in the bag. You don't know about them.
What did you
Like,
find,
legitimately,
Saren?
You're not even there! What do you mean? He's like, hey, what'd you find? It's
What'd you
like,
find in here?
Actually, interesting question.
Uh.
What is in your bag in general?
Great question.
Like, I don't fucking know.
We don't like to keep secrets.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
I think Sarah
Don't
knows.
speak for
Yes, we
others.
very much do.
Yeah, I can't say much on that one, honestly.
Yeah,
Fair, I
we
mean,
Yeah,
know.
you
it wasn't
can.
actually a secret though.
Yeah, we
It
know.
wasn't a secret. I didn't know.
Yeah, you cannot say anything.
I didn't know. It wasn't like I was keeping a secret. Personally, I was, but not in game.
All
I mean,
right.
Saren still doesn't know about the copper piece I stole from him.
Oh,
The what now?
hold up.
Yeah. Saren perceives. Wait, what?
He's not quite a dragon. He doesn't quite know his 4 to an
Here's-
ounce.
Peers past the veil of the game to meta information.
Wait, what?
This coin purse feels 1 copper lighter. What
Right.
the fuck?
Weird. You really found out about it now?
All right, so I guess my character
you
doesn't
40
know
sessions?
what was found in here, so I'll leave that
Yeah.
alone.
That's regarding the. Yeah. Okay.
So
Would
where
I
else did
have
they
any
say?
idea though, like from the smell or like?
No, it's despite being a powder, it doesn't emanate like a smell.
Okay.
It is like more refined.
Right. Okay.
Especially if it's been there for a while, you gotta imagine the scent's probably gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Unless you're right up on it.
That's true. Give Saren a hug. Hey, come here, buddy.
Whoa.
It's in the bag.
You
Let me
reach
just.
the bag and says,
It's in
You
an
know, I
extra
really
dimension
need.
right now.
I really needed this hug while this other hand's just like looking in there.
Are we done searching here?
Uh, you
I don't know, I
guys
just
meet
got
me
here.
over on the western portion of this place. Emporium, correct?
I feel like we're being watched almost. Feels too quiet.
Hey, Saren, are we being watched?
quiet.
Are we being watched?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah. Saren, with your special eyes, what do you see?
I know. I'm checking just a second.
Saren, on the wall. What do you
Guidance.
see of the wall?
Here, I'll help
Ooh.
him. I'll help him.
You don't need help. I have
That's a
natural
20?
advantage. 24.
Ooh,
But mine's
close.
an unnatural 20 of 19 plus 1.
Wow.
Better than his?
No.
That's pretty good.
Both notice nothing. Um, glancing around, many of the industrial buildings here lack windows and other ways to kind of like just peer into the structures, so that saves you a lot of visual noise in trying to like pick things out. So you're really just checking sides of buildings, boxes, tents, and you're not finding anyone like peering out and keeping an eye on you. Looking around in all directions, you're still in the center of the crossroads and the center of the northern district, which pretty much picks you too far away to see the edges of the North Roads proper. So you're like not able to see into the greater Asaris from any way.
So there's just the 2 buildings we haven't searched. One will be jerry rigged explosive alarm,
I want to say
and then the one
3,
to the
right?
southwest.
We've done, yeah, so it's gonna be 3 buildings, right?
Well, no, this one is
Rigged.
rigged to explode.
Yeah, the
They
big
open
Playing
the
ready or
door.
not at this point.
And then we have the 2 bottom left ones, 2 south.
We haven't
west.
checked this one. We haven't checked this one.
And Harbinger is here.
I go with him
Waiting.
to help and
Uh,
investigate with him. At least for that building.
Oh wait, yeah, I would want to
Yeah,
help
I'll
out
move up.
This is the
investigation too.
explosive building, right? So
Correct. It's like one of the few buildings you were told about that's on this street that you haven't had a
Yeah.
chance to investigate yet. and you were told by the barkeep that yeah, this one was the Emporium. You stand under a shaded tarp that casts a like dim red light from the sun, and the door, metal, sits in front of you.
I'll roll and check to see if there's traps.
Okay,
that
roll
okay?
Investigate. Yep.
All right.
I'll help with that.
Roll with advantage.
Guidance.
Connect the
Okay,
D4 as well.
Nice. And that's a 14 on that one.
Rolls a 1.
And that's going to be
Use
a
the
26
guidance.
on that one. I'll use their guidance.
That's right.
26 plus 4.
Do you actually
28.
you get to really pick if you use guidance or not?
4?
Makes the rolls more interesting.
Yeah. D4, right? Guidance is a
D6
D4,
plus-
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought you said plus 4. 28.
I rolled a 20. Actually, I think I did.
we
Mhm.
math.
I looked down, I'm like, wait, that's 26. Whoops, that's 30.
There we go. Okay. I'm not going crazy.
You're crazy. I'm not crazy.
Looked down, like, oh, okay.
Need a
Oh, it's because I
slightly
saw the 14 and the
less
26. I said
bright
24 in
light.
my head.
You peer, and you have an extremely thorough search of the door. And it's not trapped once, twice, but it's trapped 3 times over. You're recognizing elements of if the door were to just simply move, it would detonate something. If the bolt was to be retracted back, it would hit something. And there's another mechanism built into the hinges that if they were to compress at a certain point, they too would detonate something. Most of those, what they would detonate, are on the other side of the door.
Definitely don't want us going in.
Are you able?
Well,
Ooh, Chris, I got a question. So,
actually,
what are the buildings made out of? Would you say?
It seems to be a refined like type of sandstone deal, so it's like the layer below sand type of rock. So still rigid and can be smoothed out to make something
Mhm.
nice, but most of the buildings here haven't received that like
Yeah.
high level of polish. It's just kind of like the Great Pyramids, just large slabs of stone that have all been lined up.
So would you
So
say it's a
like-
very sturdy stone? Like there's nothing that you could
Yeah.
just start chipping at it or something?
It's a very sturdy stone. Yeah.
Okay.
Harbinger, what do you find?
Oh, so it looks like. Pretend I use whispering. So there's like 3 traps here. So there, and there.
Mhm.
So we could try to disarm them.
You
Or we
just
could
wanna
just
go
stand
in?
back and open the door with the mage hand.
You want inside?
I guess we
If
could.
we know what this place sells, I don't feel
Yeah.
it's a good idea to
Not
just
without
kind of let it
standing
be.
back.
No,
walk.
I mean, I don't think in general the whole building could blow.
Which is fine by me.
Yeah.
I
But-
grab
That's
my
why we
gear
make our other entrance.
and Tim and I teleport 20 feet in front of me.
Actually,
Is it when you can see?
Doesn't have
Or
to
just-
be.
question,
See
Chris.
within range. Okay, what's a quick answer?
Hold on. I have 2 options here. Oh
Go
wait.
on. Quick answer.
Okay.
Oh, for me?
Dimension door is basically,
Uh,
I can say 20 feet forward, 100
Is-
feet up.
is the
In
roof
range.
able to be get on? Like I can get on the roof?
You
Is
could
there?
you could theoretically scale it, yeah.
Okay.
Don't do that if
Uh,
we accidentally blow it up.
Well, don't blow it up yet. Let me investigate.
Don't. Snyder. I'm serious. Do not open this door.
So
If
I'm
it's
gonna
going to
climb.
explode,
I'm gonna
do not
climb up
open this door.
onto the roof.
Okay.
First,
We'll.
Reinhardt.
Teleport to yourself to current location to any other spot within range.
You arrive at the spot you desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction, such as 200 feet straight down or up.
Oh
or
yeah,
northeast
dimension. Yeah,
door.
dimension door.
Wow.
And so I was gonna have just him and I go like 20 feet, essentially like
Okay.
this direction.
Okay.
Is Dimension Door a safe teleport? Like if you're 20 feet in a straight line is in the middle of a table or a pillar, it'll appear
It'll
beside
shunt
it.
you to like the nearest.
Yeah.
Okay, you
No,
won't
so
like
if I were to
you won't
teleport onto
evaporate inside
something,
a
This
pillar.
spell fails and you take 4d6 force damage,
not that bad.
Mm.
For you.
which
Were you
could probably
grabbing
kill,
someone?
which could probably kill
Yeah,
Snyder.
I was gonna grab Harbinger.
Okay.
Oh, grab me
20
too.
feet.
I'm near the
Just
door
one person.
still.
One person.
Oh, damn.
Grab me too. I can't.
You
Can't.
grabbed Harbinger.
All right. I gotta grab my thing.
I'm still
I-
near
Wish
the
I could
door.
see through walls
Oh.
now.
Okay. You'll have to
Yeah.
drag us in there.
So you kind of reach over, grab him by his coat, and just boom.
I do my little armor thing just in case.
And on the opposite side, you appear right next to a surmountable pile of absolute junk that likely could have shunted you if you had been just 5 feet to the opposite direction. But you arrive boom, into the space, and the immediate smell of sulfur hits you.
Home.
Oh no.
This, yeah, it's extremely sour smell. And right
Guys,
next
fireball?
to Harbinger,
Fire! Oh no.
Harbinger, next to your side where
That's a wrap.
where Reinhardt isn't, you see 3 scatter guns built on a very like cheap scrap wood kind of like platform, one after another, rigged in series, likely to the door.
Mm.
Okay. I'm not facing up. So that the one alarm, that was straight up trap. Okay. And do I see any movement around? No tripwires
Roll
around me?
perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
Can
rolling
I
with
look for
you.
them instead?
Investigate.
If you feel comfortable getting like moving around, then sure you can.
Okay,
roll.
no, for guess perception check it is. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I was interpreting it like you are gonna stand still and
One.
look all around you
All right.
to see if somebody's
And
around.
then he said he's helping, so
Yeah.
14.
14. You scan around and look. You see there's a little bit more to the door trap. You see that there is a grayish putty type of material that has been pressed to the crack between door and wall that kind of seals it in. You also see, looking around, there is not quite traps per se, but maybe what started as a trap and got abandoned halfway through. Various different, maybe might have been designed for a explosive rigged on a wire, but now is just a explosive, probably pressure activated, that just sits in the middle of the floor. There's a few of them scattered about that you see. Likely again not designed to be in a full-on trap like a tripwire is. It's just more extremely hazardous debris sitting around here.
Okay. Can I bend down, look for like a pressure plate or something? And I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Yeah, look, I mean, a brief glance around. There's no pressure plates. So you're
Okay.
safe to move around so long as you don't probably step atop of some of these like half-finished explosives.
Yeah, I'll just probe around with Mage Hand a little bit, I guess. Or when I start walking, I guess.
Kind of move around the mage hand. What were you doing, Reinhardt?
Since he's kind of focused on that, I have no idea what the fuck he's how to help him with that one. I'm gonna
I'll let
make
the
sure.
Mage Hand be visual so you can see what's going on.
So I'm assuming that it's kind of like it's just all center right here. This whole trap, like this whole area right here has like trap in it, right?
Kind of. Like you could step near the door and probably not trigger like the shotgun trap series. If it has to do anything with interacting the door, it seems that thing is wired in almost every way to cause a reaction.
Okay, and then just like a passive quick glance around. That's like the only like massive trap as
Yeah,
far
that's
as.
the only like dedicated trap by the looks of it.
Okay.
All right. And then before like I start helping him with that, I'm just gonna kind of do like a fast once over on this other area over here real quick, just to make sure we're
Okay.
Yeah, looks like something over there.
before we get too dedicated to one thing and
You
start hearing
see,
noises.
like, that pile of junk near the front was nothing compared to this floor-to-ceiling mountain of scrap metal, scrap wood, uh, anything that likely was at some point tossed away in Northros proper has somehow wound up here. And as you approach, there is an overwhelming smell of sulfur as you seemingly are getting closer to the source.
Okay. And do we notice that little door thing?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
All right.
And what's this real quick before we continue?
It appears to be some type of machine, though to the exact purpose of which you're not quite sure yet.
On the
Well, as long as so far it's quiet in here too. Roll perception.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I will have Flappy like telepathically let the people know outside that this door is really, really rigged. Please don't try to open it.
All right.
Currently.
We have the sending stones too. We can talk to them.
yeah.
It's a
I keep
19 for the
forgetting about this.
perception, but
Listening out and trying to perceive. You hear very slight movements coming from the trapdoor area.
Huh.
Like
But I
just the
don't want.
creaking of wood sound, the shifting of weight, kind of a rattling sound, and it goes quiet again.
I
Very
don't want to kill any civilians, but
I tell Harbinger, and then I'm just gonna kind of like point our way back to the other side of the room, so we're not too loud near this door.
yeah.
Make our way back over, and then from there I'll inform everyone on the sending stones regarding. Found the trap. We're gonna try and disable it from here. Not a whole lot in here, kind of junk and crap. Um, we have unlimited charges on this sucker, so okay, yeah. Kind of a lot of crap and junk. There's a door, and based off of what we could hear, we hear some slight movement coming from this trap door. So we're gonna try and get this locked door, this trapped door in front of us undone first, and then we'll head over to the untrapped door,
Other trapdoor.
other trap door.
We're gonna untrap this trap door so we can trap the trap door.
How many
Untrap this
wood
trap
can you
door so we
chop
can go
with wood?
trap out the trap door.
Yo,
Weirdly
man,
enough,
I
I'm
heard
not
you
a
like
man of
traps.
words.
So
Alright,
I can go
Harbinger.
on the roof, right?
Take care of this fucking door.
Crack.
What do you need me to do?
You can help out a little bit. Hold on. Just let me help out by like
Here,
doing
hold
this
these
real
4
quick.
seconds.
Yeah, hold these
Yeah.
hold these 2 wires real quick. Just don't cross them, alright? And runs away.
Don't cross them. No, shine the light there. No, you're blinding me. You're shining the light.
Here, yeah, I'll pull up my hand with light.
That
I
works.
have
Are you
that
my
spell.
dad at this point? Jesus.
Yeah, just. All right. Guessing I'm rolling sleight of hand for all these.
Yeah.
I am
So
helping
you
you.
have the shotgun trap. You have the lining around the door
Mhm.
appears to be one.
Mhm.
And there appears to be another series of traps lined alongside. It's relatively easy because you are on the side where everything is exposed.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of not mishandling. So yeah, feel free to roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'll identify which ones are like tension this way, which ones are like pressure activated first.
Yeah.
Let's do the easy ones first.
It doesn't
then,
work.
shall we?
Just you hear it from the other side of the wall.
I am helping him though, so he has that.
Touch
Yeah.
them.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I have
with
my
the
luck dice.
Touch the other side of the
I have
wall.
2 of them though.
to help, I also use prestidigitation to help get rid of this fucking odd odor of sulfur in this room.
Oh,
Thanks.
You create like a localized like anti-smell zone that kind of relieves you of a
Cleansing.
moment, and your gag reflex thanks you.
the
Ow.
door is metal. right?
Yes. Yes.
It did.
If heat metal, would that
Would that set it off?
Probably make it bad.
Heat metal. Heat
Yeah.
metal's a weird spell because it.
How hot does it get, right?
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah,
s-
it gets to a certain
actually, it
temperature,
says
but
red
doesn't
hot,
get.
right?
Yeah, it gets red hot. Doesn't really say you can inherently mold it, but I imagine to an extent you could.
Mm.
Yeah,
There
what
needs to
gets
be
red
a spell
hot?
melt
It gets
metal.
red hot, but that doesn't mean you could just push your hand through
Does
it.
silver get red hot? Yeah, silver doesn't get red hot. Like it's molten. Steel gets red hot.
I guess heat metal would be pretty broken if you could just melt steel doors.
Yeah, I don't think you can
Yeah.
melt things just because of the nature.
Yeah, it
of
just
All
grows
right, let me
hot.
roll.
But yeah,
All right.
roll.
So heat metal on galleon was pretty useless.
I'm gonna roll that one. Like I'm gonna spend a luck dice right there on that one. Yep.
I am helping you.
Fuck. Okay, the best one was a 17. That was the first one.
Guidance can't help.
I'm not
Okay,
there.
17?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted
The
17 was the
first
best
one,
one.
the shotgun trap, which is kind of the biggest trap in the
Mhm.
room right now, was pretty easy to uninstall. And while it
Smaller
is like
trap.
a incredible while it is a incredible machine and the way it's been rigged together, when you actually start following the lines and seeing how it all works, it's somewhere between jury rigged and miraculously working. But you do manage to pull apart the various things that would have pulled the triggers upon the activation. You kind of set the pulley aside and get it out of the way for continued work on the door. So you're fine, and you have 3 inert scatter guns.
Okay. How about that one sealant
How
thing that's going
efficient.
around it?
Roll another.
15 and the other one from Reinhardt. Thank you. Why did it spin? This is 15. That one just that fucking 12 just spun.
Shame.
This one's also relatively easy to undo now. You simply find this part of the door that would have given like almost like a charge through when the door started to move. You break that off and you start to take the putty off. It is a strange mixture with a wire that runs through the center, and while initially it just kind of looks like a normal putty, based on how it was set up and all of that, you do surmise that it's a type of explosive, the way the kind of wire lines in the putty
Like Semtex.
pressed in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it more like
C4, yeah.
Semtex or C4?
It's a putty. That's like
I had
yeah.
its reference up in a moment.
Looks like you
So-
have yourself some explosives while right here. Maybe some gunpowder from those.
I guess I'll roll for the other one.
While they're doing this, does that mean I can get on the roof now?
Yeah, if you want to,
I still want to.
roll a athletics check.
Starts dancing on
Athletics
the roof.
Oh hell, I'll help him get up on the roof.
Get my fat ass up the roof. So wait, I have advantage
Just
now?
with your knees of
Are you trying to get on the
Yeah.
roof?
He's trying to get on the roof. for some reason.
Can I just,
So he could
I
probably
just
just stand on
I'll
Colin's
just
shoulder.
cast levitate on him.
You've heard of Fiddler on the roof, right? Now get rid of Bagpiper on the roof.
You both start getting ready to do kind of like a step ladder type of situation. And Anvir, as you kind of set your hands on your shoulders and throw yourself up towards magic, takes into place, and you go.
Guys! Just floating up.
Cancel.
Well, realizing like what's happening and knowing if you start sailing up, you just kind of end up like gravity-less. You have to grab onto the edge of the building and pull yourself to the ceiling. Or to the roof, sorry. But as you
Okay.
get there, you are at the roof. It's a relatively flat structure.
I mean,
No
as long
chimney.
as
Kind of worrying.
As long as the roof isn't 60 feet up,
Yeah.
No.
it's still within the spell range.
He's just,
Do I see this?
I-
Am I just watching him go up?
Yeah, he has to go
Yeah.
around so not to just hit the
Yeah, hit the thing.
curtain,
Yeah,
ceiling, awning.
yeah, right
Yeah.
here or something. But yeah, I got an 18. So.
You didn't need to roll at that point.
Oh
'cause,
really?
I literally casted levitate and got you up there.
What?
You can't fail a levitate.
You can't.
Now, unless I hit Anthony.
No, I bet he could.
Unless he was fighting against it, he had to roll a 17 con save.
So you are there weightlessly kind of stopped at where the roof line is. You can't move on the roof
Hmm.
because you are levitating.
Oh,
You are at-
I'm moving 20 feet over to the roof.
Thank you.
you were just like pushed forward by mysterious force.
And
And you find nothing
cancel
on
the
the roof.
spell.
And I
It was
landed
on
on
the
my
roof, I
face.
cancel the spell.
Landed on my
And
face.
as your feet land, you kick up a little bit of dust and sand from this roof. You do see like a few of the other roofs here, depending, have like roof access. Some of them even have rooftop gardens.
Hmm.
A lot of them have chimneys, but most of the chimneys in this sector have stopped producing.
Hmm.
But you do have a nice aerial advantage right now. Is there anything you want to do with that?
I would like to investigate what's on the roof, so I can kind of get an idea what if I can kind of enter from
mean,
or.
Briefly looking around, there is nothing on the roof in a similar manner to most of the buildings here, and to a kind of worrying degree that there is no entry to this building, no window, no roof access. It's just that singular door. Probably not, again, the greatest work environment, but probably it's the path that many people that experiment with gunpowder at this day and age kind of live under.
Hmm.
While he's on the roof, I'm like, you better not come through here while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Anybody else want uppies?
No, I'm good.
No,
I-
I'm okay.
In that case, I guess I'll use this time to kind of look around the outer edge of the building, kind of seeing if there's
Roll a
anything
perception
shafty.
check.
Fuck it, I'll go up there too. It's
Oh,
nice
my
being
God,
able to.
girl,
It's
hang
nice
right
being
by
able
the
to cast
door.
levitate at will.
You kind of land up there as well,
Uh,
Torin.
Have your
picking up
thunk.
sand.
Like, the hell?
You're like snipping a wire from an explosive.
What's happening out there?
That would be a pretty big thunk considering I weigh 285 plus my gear.
Crack the roof. Oh, what happened?
Don't remind him he has to make strength
Perception
checks
check.
for roof.
Oh, 1 second. That will be. You said perception?
Yeah.
18.
Okay. The building again. You're not gonna find any like extra ways this person that ran here would have gotten in. It's for as much thought as this inventor probably puts into their experiments, not much is put into the actual building that they reside in. That said, you do glance around with this kind of advantage, and you do pick out there's a building across from you on the opposite side.
Just watching him
Roofed
from the
area, a
other
few
side.
buildings. You see that the buildings have been interconnected through windows. There's been planks of wood, doors brought off hinges that kind of bridge these gaps. A few buildings have been interconnected all around. You can see an individual with a low profile, kind of head down, and a type of rifle has been settled in there and like a cheek to the stock and has just been watching for the past minute or so.
So is he looking at us?
Yeah. The rifle's not like directly on you. It's resting forward, but
Dad and I
eye
just
is
made the main
definitely
mistake
looking
of
at you.
Okay.
So,
Do I see
but
this?
do you let any? Yeah, do I see this with my 28 passive?
I turn.
But you're on the ground.
Yeah.
And
They're on the second floor, so they're not on the first floor where Saren might be able to just visually see them.
So I turn around like where he doesn't see my like face, and I whisper casting sending on everybody's like there's a guy with a what looks to be a makeshift weapon looking at us, but I don't think he's our target
I'll send back. What's his location?
In the opposite side of this building in the second
Coordinates.
floor.
Give me
Mike.
coordinates
Do I see what he
here,
means?
let's try.
Yeah,
268.
as you guys step out and kind of look, you can see that there's these buildings on the opposite side. You can only see like roughly a few, especially staring your perception. You're just barely seeing the small interconnecting windows and like. You can't see the individual, but you do see a few open windows.
Do I think I see a way I could get there? To that building?
That building, like besides just through window, there are ways up. But probably inside the buildings, it doesn't seem like there's anything. There's no external staircases.
Cool. I'll roll
So-
the final thing, Chris.
I walk up to Viking,
Yeah, roll
to
the
Anavir. Where is he?
Or if you look past my shoulder in the second floor, you will
19.
see a little hedge, or not hedge, a little crouched person with a scope.
I
Does that give
tilt
him-
my head over so it's so I can see past him. Do I see him?
Being pointed out, yeah, they don't have a scope. There's no glint. It is
Oh.
just a rifle pointed forward,
Mm.
and
He's
the
staring
eyes
at me?
kind of looking up at you. He does look at you. He's like looking in the general scene. He's definitely noticed you.
Yeah.
I do a little wave,
Jesus.
and a
So-
dimension door in front of his face.
You see, he's just beginning to wave his hand, and then boom,
He-
you appear. You all see it was the middlemost window, as you see Torin
Jesus Christ.
operates in that space.
Is there
And-
like a little ledge or something I can sit down on?
Yeah, you have to have like some solid footing before you just tumble down.
I
You're like right on the window sill though.
So as a
Um,
dimension door, I want to sit down and look at him and say, "Can we talk?"
The figure, first off, when he teleports in, Torin blocks most of you. But he just lets it, oh, and he steps back from the rifle and falls backwards onto his rear and kind of like scoots back for a moment. You see that the figure appears drow in nature. Hair has been pulled back into a very elaborate braid going over one shoulder. The clothing is the standard type of Roshona affair that you're used to, the very clean-cut, angular style. And you begin to
Persona?
hear, yeah, and you begin to hear commotion from around the various buildings.
These are Roshona like outskirts cities, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
the clothing is of Roshona kind, yeah.
so doesn't make sense.
This man just waved
What?
at him and said hi.
So as I notice the clothing, I want to pull out my little brooch that I got from the Bright Queen.
Okay.
Can we talk?
The hands rise up like, I wasn't gonna shoot. She wasn't gonna shoot.
Oh, I knew that.
Um,
You
In the
would have shot us
meantime-
if you wanted to.
anyone else that's outside want to quickly do something?
I
Um,
want to get to where Torin is as quickly as possible. he just
Okay.
disappears in front of me.
I mean,
well, you
if
kinda see
if
him
he's
go,
less than 60 feet, if he's less than 60 feet away, I can float him towards me.
Damn. I guess you'll just float my
Is
ass
the
to
building
you.
over 60 feet away?
I don't think it is.
About to use the force on me just to bring me
is.
over here.
It is.
Yeah, where you are, it's about 70.
Damn.
That's fine.
Wait, can I just
What kind of
move
gun do
like
we
the
have?
10 feet and then like get levitated?
Then you can move to the edge of the building. He can pull you
Yeah.
over.
There you go. I'll do that.
Okay, so that's what you two are doing.
I'll bring my associate with
Sari
me.
and Saren.
I'm waiting for this door to be open.
Okay.
They're
Saren.
adults. I believe in them.
Okay. In the meantime,
We have an adults.
what's the check on the saving?
19 was
Mm.
actually, what is the save on the check trap for this Rosona? Everyone was saying Roshona, and I'm like,
Roshana.
Roshona.
Bye, Roshona.
I don't remember. me quickly double check.
It's a 20 for sure.
Yeah. You managed to disable the final trap. In a turn of events, it's not quite another kind of mechanical trap of either jury-rigged scatter guns or a type of plastic explosive that's been laid around the door's edge, but it's instead almost reminiscent of your own type of creation, a tin body with runes inscribed along the side that when pushed together complete a entire spell design and detonate.
Okay. Do I roll an Arcana as well?
You can, yeah.
It's a 60.
16? Oh, that's why. Trying to get the exact spell. Okay.
Any more? What?
You kind of scan around the side of it, and you pick up a few of the elements for this. It seems to, upon activation, would have casted the spell Grease on location. So it would have
no.
just hit detonated and sent out a large wave of grease.
Oh, napalm.
Kind of like create bonfire, but everywhere. If you set on fire.
Grease is sticky.
Actually,
Napalm
the
is
spell
sticky.
grease doesn't have the portion for being set on fire. It's just different.
Yeah, it's just grease.
What else? This is grease.
The
I'm
grease
like,
is
oh,
flammable.
I'm yucky.
But all the traps have been dismantled. Kind of have to push some things out of the way. It took a few minutes to do all this, but you finally get the door in a state where you can open it again.
While we were doing
Okay.
that, I was kind of throwing all like the loose material that he was just putting aside into his bag. So you have a bag full of random mass explosive
All
crap.
right.
Yay.
I guess I'm gonna.
I open up the
Head in.
door and I'm like, where did the two other ones go? Was that what I was? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Mm-hmm.
I just
All
look
right.
up, point, and walk inside.
Come on. Welcome home.
Stay
Wipe your
close to
feet.
me. It reeks of sulfur, and I'll try to do my best to keep the smell down.
I love the smell.
Out of
I just
character, I
look
just
at him.
picture.
I grew up in an industrial town.
I just picture Reinhardt just being covered in one of those like little trees in a car, just to sit out all the smell of sulfur.
The green one or the black one?
Green one in my mind.
It's a
New car smell.
That's
No, I'm
right, that new
black-eyed,
car
dude.
smart.
Black-eyed
Yeah,
because
that's
of all
like
my
that.
armor.
Oh no!
Oh
you get
no.
you get the peach scented one that smells like stripper peach.
Fun fact: there's a donut media video, and they go through like over 400 different smelling the trees, and they smell each one. They rate them.
Great video.
Over half of them are like, or
Are
more than half are
terrible.
just trash. And he's like throwing up and stuff.
Oh my
He's like
god.
gagging because they just smell terrible.
So
Um,
I'll head in, I guess.
but
Oh.
yeah, so like I said,
You can say
it
hi.
reeks the magnesium the farther we go, and we're not even underneath yet.
Magnesium.
Chris went.
Over.
Sulfur. Uh, close. So.
I figured that out.
And try to keep your sparks down.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
You're
haven't
moving to
tested
the
it
trap
yet.
door.
Do I have to check for that as well, being trapped?
Yeah.
Can.
We need access, Chris.
Alright. I'll mage hand check that though. I don't want to get too close to it.
Okay.
Other investigation, I take it.
Yep.
And I can just keep casting
Fuck, he's helping, right?
I said this.
He's not helping because he's casting prestidigitation.
God damn it. Okay, that's a
Hey, you're
10.
Stop.
I rolled a
You
2.
tried well.
What was that?
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
So that's a 10.
You the hand begins like feeling its way around. It is difficult, mind you, to projecting a hand and trying to investigate based off absolutely no sensory feedback.
Except for
Yeah, so it's like feeling around, like patting the door, trying to sense. You're not really getting anything, and then suddenly, in a just cacophony, the door swings open wide, fall back, hits the back, and you see a large orc individual with the fourth of the scatter guns rises out with it, holding it. It's like tiny in his hands, and it just slams back and is like about to fire, but holds it. Was like, "Who are you?"
hey, bud. We just came from the smoke shop. We heard there's some trouble around these parts.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh shit.
Actually, this is all true. This is all technically true.
Persuasion, yeah.
That's why it's
So the,
persuasion, not deception.
Yeah.
The roll's gonna be a lot lower
Let
for
me
you.
in.
It's just truth.
It is but truth.
But
That's
guys got
fine, 'cause
one-
that's a 19.
You guys got one charisma guy with
I rolled
deeper than-
18.
Yeah.
7 plus 1.
I'm over being levitated to Reinhardt or to Torrance.
Yeah,
like,
you
I got you.
roll across.
Two of my charisma people are not even here.
He had
5.
like head back, and when he was saying this, there was like a look that he was either gonna shoot you or he was ready to take this whole operation out in the blink of an eye. But as you begin speaking, and in a more calming manner, also not being an individual, being half elven, probably not associated with the Crown Breakers, they kind of drop that crazy look in their eyes, pulls the weapon back just a bit, but still keeps it barrel forward.
Cool gun, bud.
Come on.
all right, just lower the weapon. We're not here to harm you.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to investigate regarding the Crown Breaker. We were told to investigate here as well as the lumberyard for anything regarding the Crown Breaker, and I'm assuming you're the owner of the shop?
Kind of brings the weapon closer. Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
Ratchet.
I heard you when we came in. I figured you were one of the Crown Breakers, so we didn't want to jump straight in there. But we mean you no harm.
Oh.
We're here by by order of the Bright Queen.
Slowly begins to like descend the weapon back down into the cellar.
And sulfur started covering the air again.
He does slightly look like there's bits and pieces as you kind of see of the sulfur,
Powder, nitrates.
the powders on him. Likely that there's a storage down here, and he's been sitting in it for a while.
Nitroglycerin, smoke bombs.
Bombs.
From my own design.
Yeah, here, get out of the cellar. We're not gonna hurt you.
Yeah. How you doing? Sorry we had to open up your door. We didn't break anything.
As he kind of stands up, stands to about 6.5 feet tall, sets close.
Oh, he's a baby.
God.
I'm only 6 foot.
Yeah. Fucking party of giants.
Hey,
6 foot
that's
4 in
Mr.
real
Giant
life.
to you.
It's nice.
I want to be
7'10".
And so kind of lowers his hands and kind of brushes off the little bits of the dust that now kind of completely encompass him. Well, they haven't got me yet, but they did get some of the shop's supply.
Is that regarding the piles that are all around here?
Oh no, that's my own. That's the scrap piles to it's recycling.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Good for the wasteland.
Fucking reeks.
You get used to it.
Subconscious work.
Sure, sir.
It's honest work.
So they stole from you, correct? Right?
Yes, they came in and asked for the shop. I, knowing that they were going to be doing that, they've been poking around for a while. I said yes, they could. They started moving some stuff out, and when they all left to come back and get some more, closed the door on them, set all this up, and if the traps went sky high, which clearly they didn't because this place is still standing, we can sell it below.
As he begins talking regarding about the crown breakers and all that, I minor illusion to pen and paper and start like writing all this down.
I will actually take a pen and paper, but have Mage Hand holding it, so it's just
We're the fucking
super
worst.
extra.
Fucking
Super extra.
To the episode of extras.
Just the episode of extras.
As far as what they stole, is there anything of high importance, high significance?
They stole some of the explosive jelly and used it for mining. Sold a lot of it. They stole a rapid fire rifle design I had going.
Oh, alright, sir. Looks like a good job. Real quick, would they have taken to the building that's to the east of here? That one.
The armory.
Yeah, we heard some things in there. We haven't visited there yet.
Probably. The armory went dark 2 months ago, 3 months ago. They closed up shop a while ago, so maybe they bought the building, or maybe not. But
And
I
how about
usually stay inside. I never really paid much mind to them until they started to really kick up some sand.
how
Understandable.
about the place to the south? We haven't heard too much about that.
I haven't left here since they started everything this morning. I don't know.
Mm.
Do you know what the place to the south of your building is?
They distribution primarily.
Okay.
They
Mm.
imported from kind of like that place beyond the empire, that land.
Yeah. Making me fucking. Taldori?
Sure, yeah. They import from Taldore, and they
Is that the other continent?
Yes, it's the other.
there's a few more.
No.
No,
Failed.
the other one, the piece of land next to the empire.
Yeah. All right.
And look, if you were to imagine,
Just.
You mean
Actually, hold up. Give me a moment here. How big is it?
no?
5 feet. Okay, I pull up a map of WildeMount with minor illusion. I'm like, where?
Chris, having seen the map before and owning a map in my bag,
it's
does it
bit
look
easier.
anything like what Reinhardt displays?
Well,
Or is he
because
like,
of the limitations of minor illusion, it's more like those images where you try to draw the United States by hand, sort of like the rough.
Rough
Listen,
sketch.
a cantrip, all right? It's not a fifth level spell.
I'm
Where
literally
on
gonna
the
pull out the
continent are
map.
you
I'm
referring
gonna
to?
stand back a couple feet, pull out the map quietly, look at it,
He
and
takes
be
a few
like,
moments and
"It's
he
not even close."
pokes
Put
his
away
hand
the
through
map.
part of the pokes his hand through the
Menagerie
he
Coast.
is pulling through at the Menagerie Coast, the Clovis Concord.
All right,
Gotcha.
thanks. South
Look,
part, middle
we're
part,
from
north
there.
part.
Oh, I hear it's a land of great exotic stuff because
Can
they
be.
sell exotic stuff.
They don't have a whole lot there. It's kind of a lot of bullshit, I tell you that. Probably
It's
the
greatly
worst.
disappointing to hear.
Probably the
Worst
worst
guard build.
security.
Yeah,
as
worst
well, yeah.
security. He can
That's
vouch
also
for it.
equally disappointing.
Yeah.
Some really shit guards named Thailand.
That's
Multiple
oddly
shit
specific.
cards. What do I have
It's
here?
meant to be.
What do I have here? What do I have here?
Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be. That's all
Hopping in.
you kind of really have. That's part of the exports from there. Be sure to give them a once over before we go over to the armory.
Yeah.
glad we're turning into the fucking local guards of Astarius.
Well, thank you for ensuring that I was safe.
You did an ingenious job with your traps. I don't know where they went.
Yeah, the door was
Full
wide open.
deception check.
I actually don't know
man.
where they went because I wasn't noticing. Reinhardt shoved them into my bag.
Not quite.
Trying to focus. Right, Reinhardt? I don't know.
Right?
Yeah. We just walked straight in. We had no idea. It was weird. We walked in, heard you, heard people on the roof, and then, bam. Now we're being
People on-
gunpoint.
Great, now
on
you
the
gotta do a
roof
here.
deception check.
That's
Mm,
fuck.
that's gonna be
Shut the
interesting.
fuck up, can you?
14.
14. You can roll with advantage because Reinhardt was
I did.
Yeah.
The other one was 12.
Shouldn't Will roll? Because Will's actually a charisma-based character.
Well, I'm the one that
He
said
wasn't
it.
But he wants to
the
see how
one
this goes.
weaving the lie, though.
I just kind of chimed in after he said
Yeah.
something. And it was just like,
So I was like, right?
You see he gives you this peering look.
He's gonna be a
Because
ninja, isn't he?
Squinting.
Harjo doesn't really know where they are. They're in his bag somewhere.
I don't care if you take the little bits and bobs. I just want the jelly back, the explosive jelly.
Jelly.
the
Alright,
jelly
there's some
they
on the
took,
floor.
oh,
What they stole from you from him.
yeah.
Oh, what
the
the stuff.
jelly.
That's right, they did steal from him. Okay.
Were you
They
not
stole-
listening? I wasn't there when I listened.
Yeah, me either.
The biggest things they stole was the blast jelly as well as his plans of the gun.
The
Okay.
plans are up here as well. They're not
Yeah,
quite
but-
for me, but if they have them, they might be able to remake.
That could be an issue.
Yeah, but having an actual plan is a lot easier than basing everything off of knowledge.
Shut up,
I
it's
don't
what I
know
do all the
about
time.
that.
How do you think I
Especially
do
in
this?
this wonderful Anyway, we're gonna make our way, Ratchet. You have a wonderful day.
You as well.
However, our presence here, don't take it as the city's free.
Smoke shop looked alright though.
Got that.
Also,
Watch he steps back, opens the
kinda-
trap door.
I kind of lean
Yeah,
up to
that's
him, and next couple days, might want to be getting out of here. By the way. All right, bye, and make our way
You
out of there.
got that, stranger.
He's like digging like a tunnel to the outside.
I was gonna buy some
I'm just
sulfur
gonna
off
hide
of
in
him.
this sulfur-infested cellar
I was gonna buy some
He's gonna
sulfur off
blow
of him.
up.
where the slightest sparkle, and I'm gonna go
Nothing's stopping
kablooey.
you.
Light.
We kind of stole a bunch of his shit, or whatever.
Fine.
We can always come back. Ratchet Emporium.
All you need is a lighter and just flick it, and then run.
That's right.
Oh, you mean prestidigitation?
Oh god.
We can close the door. Let's go.
Close the door.
In the
I
meantime,
didn't give him plastic jelly.
standing at the edge of the building, you feel this force kind of grab you and pulls you forward as Torn beckons
It's not.
you.
It's
There-
not super fast. It's 20 feet of turn.
Oh,
You're
I've-
pulled forward.
I've been chosen.
I can show you the world.
Don't make me drop
I
you.
haven't chosen.
Drop him. You just hear drop him on the mic.
Wow.
Fear starts to back up a bit. You hear a little bit of commotion from around the building.
I'm not done with you.
As I'm floating, it's like, I'm coming.
Like, he sees this, like,
Just he said,
what do you want?
like, what am I gonna do with this guy?
I just want to know why you're watching us.
On the
Who
seafloor.
you are.
Just wanna
What's
see-
your
Actually
social security
with.
number?
I just want to see if you were crown breakers at first.
Oh no, we're actually hunting them.
So I just heard sounds of fighting down the street. We've been. It's he gestures around and you hear the door beside him open would likely leads into a staircase down below, and a few other figures kind of poke in. Similar styles, but to each their own. One other drow individual and 2 orcs poking their heads in.
I just tilt
some
my
of the
head over and
rifle.
I just gesture my finger to come in.
This kind of group slowly steps in, but these ones do have their weapons, unlike this individual who kind of caught off guard and they left their rifle at the windowsill.
Oh, poor guy thinks the weapon would help.
These ones do have theirs. And the individual, the drow of the braid, moves to stand up. Motion started. Groundbreakers took that straight down there, and they were probably going to start growing that by force, clearly.
Yeah, I have some friends currently clearing that building.
Good for us. We are the merchants of this street down below. Some of us saw that the Aurora's watch wasn't heading in immediately, forming a wall, and so we some rifles. We
Chris, open the door.
Oh, you guys can't go to the door.
You can't get to the door.
You guys are trapped.
sprint. Let's just took it into our own hands to fire back at them if we saw them. We keep them down, keep them low.
I can understand that.
It was you weren't in a crossfire.
Oh, these are the civvies
like
you
I've said
basically were
before.
warned about.
Like I said before, he would have shot at us if he wanted to. As I kick the weapon back over towards him.
You know, it clatters. A moment.
It goes off.
I want to try and like.
No. The weapon doesn't go off. It is kicked over and just kind of clatters to the ground, but doesn't just fire off. And the figure kind of reaches over his side, pulls
It would make more sense if my people and your people reconvene so we can discuss what the hell is happening here.
What do you want to know?
Wait, hold up. I'm not there yet.
You are there.
You see the shadow of a figure, like, oh, shit.
It's just, oh.
You're kind of brought to the windowsill. Your heel's not quite on solid ground, so you have to push yourself in. And he
Pushes himself in upside down. Fuck. Give me a second. Give me a second.
It's quite simple. We just heard commotion. This is one of the buildings that wasn't occupied. We decided to occupy it ourselves. Returned fire. They didn't get close. They stayed on that side of the street. We stayed on this one.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a very perceptive person, so if we can get our group together, we have a walking lie detector that can confirm this.
But
I just want to make sure that you're 100% with us and we're 100% with you.
let me see if they're.
Anivir, shut up.
I don't shut up. Fuck you.
We know.
I will banish you.
We know.
And glances back, and one of the orcs was like, "Go. I'll make sure nothing bad happens." The drow figure gives a nod. Okay. Just
Oh, I'm inviting all of you if you want.
the orc glances up. We are good staying here for now.
Okay.
If we appreciate that.
Sounds good.
The drow with the braid scoots, pushes the rifle back, and one of the other members of the group grabs it, keeping on their person. I guess I'll meet you downstairs.
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I just gotta confer with my people, see if they cleared that building.
My
Then we'll head
people will
over.
hit up your people.
Yeah.
My people talk to your people.
Stands up
This,
and
this, I don't care.
that group moves into the building. You hear there's a little bit more commotion, not between those four, but there's likely other individuals that didn't quite just like breach in to confront you. But there were definitely
Okay.
more people listening in, so there's a little bit of commotion throughout the conjoined buildings.
Do you just fall
Well,
back
They're
down the window?
gathered quite the group.
Everyone left, so it's just you two.
Oh,
Interference.
Well,
Do
this.
I
Andrew
guess
floating? Fuck!
I'll turn back to the window, hop down, and like 5 feet, 10 feet before hitting the ground, I'll just levitate so it's softened my fall. All right, Anavir.
It's not. You don't fall that much there, so.
Yeah.
You know, I will just join them going downstairs.
It's
Oh,
not 60
one
feet
that's
up, is
not
it?
extra.
The roof,
You,
the second floor isn't 60 feet up.
No, so yeah, it's like you jump.
So
and
he's either gonna make a con save or he's gonna do willingly.
You know what? I'm doing a con save.
I'm making use of this at will spell.
I'm making a con save then. I just want to go downstairs. What's the con save?
This DC,
Uh,
so I'll tell you.
17.
Yeah, this is he's gonna pull you. Let's be real, guys.
Maybe.
It's a con save and it's
18.
Okay.
You manage to pull and break away from that as you kind of step down into the building, and you kind of follow along. You see that there's probably 6 other individuals that kind of meet your gaze as you step through. Many of them equipped with um, pistols for the most part. Very wary of you as you just kind of step through and go down the stairs.
Right, I'm looking like I'm
look
struggling.
around at the alley,
Sorry, coming through, pardon me.
and you eventually recoup. You all manage to recoup together now at this point.
Okay. Quick question. Is this also a building? Womp.
No.
So is
Okay.
it the south building that I came from?
Say again?
Is it the south building that I came from?
Yes.
Okay.
As
We
by the way,
were just right here.
Yeah.
So it's just this one's left now. Okay.
as I'm going through their front door, it's like we'll see you guys soon, friends. As the
Alright,
spell's still on
should
me.
Should we do this loud? Should we do this
We
hot?
got a meeting to go to, guys.
Okay, where?
Okay.
With who?
The south building.
Where?
We got some people in there that were spying on the Crown Breakers.
Oh, that's
Apparently.
interesting.
Let's go.
Saren, I need you to make sure they're not lying,
okay.
because I know my capabilities about people that are lying.
Hey, you believe me.
They always lie.
No, I can't
Stop
tell if
I
they're lying.
stop 100% what I'm doing and just stare at Reinhardt.
What? I can lie really well.
We know that.
They're not enemies
Yeah,
yet
they could be
until
allies. I feel
Saren
like.
can figure if they're telling the truth about being against them or with them. And I start walking.
Yeah, we lost there.
I walk back down to the southern building.
I was right. I was outside anyway. So.
The man of the parade walks down the alleyway. You can already sense a few of the windows as various individuals begin to kind of take up perch to both eavesdrop in on this conversation and provide a relative amount of cover for the individual that's stepping out. The man walks over now, his hands kind of fold in front of him. Managed to recompose himself for the most part after the absolute scare that was 7-foot dragonborn teleporting right in front of him. He greets all with the tip of his head. I'm Lingari. I run a business that primarily ran trade between here and the Menagerie Coast.
where in the one, I will.
All right.
Do I have that spell prepared today or not?
Well,
I'm gonna ask. As we're walking into that, I'm gonna ask. Anavir, can you give me enhance ability?
we're
Wisdom.
missing
Sure.
Will, we're missing
Pat on the back.
Nathan.
Okay. So
Well,
then I will be listening as he says with guidance, and then trying to make sure if he's telling the truth or not.
Okay, roll an insight.
So that is
Yeah,
advantage.
Was it Safari?
As I don't even know how to start this. I forgot I wasn't muted.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, as I'm
Ooh.
sure our Dragonborn friend has told you, we are pursuing
16.
the Crownbreakers.
16. They're a bit of a not shrewd, but they're a acute business individual and have pretty solid like poker face in these matters. Though, given what you kind of have put together based off how they were just kind of observing, hearing that you've taken on the Crownbreakers and won your initial skirmish, they have very little reason at this point to lie, especially since it seems common knowledge based off what they've said so far that this business does do business with the Menagerie Coast.
Mhm. I'll ask you, where in the Menagerie
Do you
Coast
happen
did
to
you do
know-
business?
By chance, where they're held up? Holding up?
South building.
That one, I figured.
What the fucking word it is,
Yeah,
what
if
word
you
I'm looking for.
point over and they point over as well. Yeah, the armory. They took up residence there a while ago, kind of abandoned after war production strangely drove them out of business.
We noticed there was only one door to there.
Yeah. Most of the buildings here, the privacy, it's a very significant concern. So you'll find a lot of the buildings actually have their doors tucked into the alleyways. Business, if it still matters, did not go through the Wayun Gate or Nicodranath because of the likeliness of interfering with the Empire. Primarily, very lengthy network of couriers that would between here and Grimdolar, Hopperduke, and the like. We would occasionally do business. When the war started, we'd have to connect to Blightshore and then to Port Damali and the like.
It's a little bit. Hmm.
What do I feel about what they say, even though I rolled shit?
Oh, you can roll again now that they've
thank
laid
Jesus.
out more information.
Thank Jesus.
Is Nathan talking? I can't hear him.
Yeah.
He's quiet, but
He
yes,
is.
he is.
31.
Reload Discord.
Go for it. Seems like just laying out fact after fact right now.
Do I believe him more or less now at this point?
You could rationale more. You've been laid out like didn't do like direct trade. Relied on couriers to acquire things that only Menagerie Coast could produce, and bring them back to Jorhas, especially with the war being the war occurring, makes sense that they'd have to rely more on naval trade and the like. So yeah, the story seems to be checking out.
We might be able to help with that in the future.
I was not expecting a business venture from this talk.
Always be on the lookout, yes. But so that building over there, I'm just gonna start walking that way.
Okay, you just walk away from this. Oh.
Let's just say
About the door.
we have means of transport that don't involve land or sea.
An airship? I've
Yep.
heard of airships.
Way to make a guy
You've
feel like we
probably
think he's
seen one
mentally
around.
handicapped. Jesus.
Right.
Well, it's her airship.
Mine, actually. Snyder, where are you going?
It's time to do what we're here for to do. Come on, let's wrap it up. Let's get it done.
I want to ask them if they have any like sort of intel. Maybe they have like a hideout that they have for the.
Well, we know where their hideout is.
Well, maybe they can give
No,
us more
well,
detail. What?
You just came out the
Yeah.
front door of their hideout.
Numbers.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, knowing the
I've
numbers would be pretty
seen
good.
the alleged head of the Crownbreakers. That's what you mean.
What does he look like? Or they
Drow
look like?
individual, mostly covered in chitin, fur mantle, strange style. I believe the fur mantle might have been acquired during the war.
Interesting.
I think is that he describing the guy laying out in the street right now?
No.
Okay.
Chitin armor
was
is
about
it's
to
very
say.
common.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I have a lot of bugs here, Will.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oops,
He
I
just
didn't want to do that.
You
said a
you
couple of
haven't met
things that-
anyone that actually has a fur mantle. People have had capes before and
Oh.
sashes and the like that are across their armor. You haven't seen someone with a fur mantle. That's very reminiscent of the style of Twindalian Empire.
Except for Harbinger at this point.
Yeah, like
Walk into the
Harbinger in the
desert.
60s he wears.
This
We don't even
Pretty
consider it
cool.
fur anymore with how matted it's gotten.
It's like
Steve
leather.
a dissertation. Clean all day. Clean all motherfucking day.
Do you happen to know their total numbers by any chance, or approximately? Fucking goddamn switch! Stop turning on and off.
They have more than just a street. They had some exploring around. I heard mentioned that they have some outside the city walls, but have you killed any of them? Have you any that might not be around anymore?
3 of them so far.
There's a couple guys laying out in the street.
No,
There
4.
was
3?
There's
2. Oh,
four.
two ran away.
We lost
Oh,
one.
yeah,
two.
you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Two
Ran
ran
away.
away.
Yeah.
So a couple of guys laying out in the street. One big.
Will could
burly
turn
one.
into one of them, couldn't you?
No.
4 or 5 then. She might still be held up there.
Wait, don't we have a ghoul with us?
Oh
We
yeah.
do have a ghoul with them. It's also it's not like a ghoul. How about that? It's just
Cool.
He has a name.
it's just a specter.
That's
And the
Mr. Ghoul. Thank
specters
you.
are all gonna be the same looking,
He had a
ghostly
name.
figure.
He had a name.
Um,
His name is now Tyler.
it's not come up with a name for my specter yet, but
Don't shit on the ghoul.
specter. But yes. When you bring a specter back, they all look the same, like standard array ghost kind of thing.
Like a Chad.
Out of character, one of these days I'm gonna scry on Tyler just for the hell of it.
The longer you wait, the harder it's gonna get.
Yeah.
No.
Might be dead.
You're right.
Then the scry. Then I'll know.
He's probably gone through war.
Just randomly send a message, a sending to Tyler. I know what you did.
He knows who it's from. That's how sending
No.
works. Yep, that's how sending works.
Damn.
Alright, buddy.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's a
Wait,
couple.
hold on. I have the other thing too.
He said one was a kind of a burlier looking guy, and then we had a couple scrawnier dudes. But he was wearing chitin, and looked like he was of ranking of sort that got torn off, X ranked.
Some of the crown breakers are just sympathetic to the war, but many of their upper echelon, from what I could tell, are were high-ranking individuals from the Aurora Watch. So it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunate. Whatever.
Perfect sense, actually.
Oh, we should probably hurry up over to that base before
Yeah.
the two that got away start making word.
Yeah.
Or making rounds.
Remember.
Yeah.
Remember. Never mind.
Remember,
Having
seen her
a
Wrap it up,
faces.
moment.
Loco.
Seen her
Do
faces.
you remember?
Come on.
We know where you're at. We could be here in the
Yes.
matter of an hour, no matter where we're at. Walk out.
I told him to be safe and take care as we're going to this direction.
Let's head over there.
There's
Start
like
heading
just a
over
look of
there then.
confusion. They kind of turn back, and you can kind of vaguely see one of the other figures in the silhouette with a rifle down.
It's like I don't even know what to make up of that.
Yeah, I start heading over there.
All right.
I make the room
Reminding-
smell like sulfur.
Really? They're from the
Reminding
Bright Bean?
anyone with any of our group that's near me that we do have the door booby trapped,
Boob trapped.
and that we could probably set off a disturbance to have them open that door and possibly take out a few of them.
Is that how we want to do that, though? Meeting at the tent.
Meeting
Do
at the
that.
tent.
I just don't know where everyone else is at, so I'm just like,
I can always Eldritch knock the door.
Eldritch knock the door down.
Elders knock.
I can Eldritch smite the door out of existence.
Explosion.
What's the
Just
door's
remember-
AC?
If the door's a mimic, I can banish it.
This is such useful advice.
Does it say you have to banish a person?
Creature,
Mm,
not an object.
not a doctor.
Vago.
Not an object.
All right, so we're gonna make our way over to the. Excuse me, we're having a meeting over here.
Yeah.
at the tent.
Yeah, we are.
You look for the blood splatter and then take a right.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure we had a plan set here for what we were gonna do.
So,
as go
We
right.
could make a little. We could make a little section. Harbinger Bard canonically there. Or we can make you guys a little bit more tankier, two of you, and then we go in.
Nope, we lost Nathan. Oh, we gained Nathan.
I have to keep my
I
camera.
know that.
I guess Amanda's doing
That's
some
fine.
work.
Understood.
Sensitive material.
Even though
So,
the screens are white, so we can't see what's going on.
Yeah, her screens are just white. You're like, oh wow.
she's just staring at Word sheets, blank Word documents.
I'm blind as hell. I wouldn't be able to see anything.
No, they
You
can't read
literally
that.
can't see a damn thing.
They're
It
looking
actually
at
just looks like lights. It just looks like
looks like
lights.
they're
Lights.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, the off was a little bit better.
Aliens.
Turn on a fucking blue light filter for damn sure. Anyway.
Will.
So you're saying you can enhance a couple of us?
Yeah, because I know what that powder is, Nate. Saren.
You didn't see me pick it up.
Ooh.
You don't know I have it.
You guys keep talking about people picking stuff up. Are we gonna go check
Yeah,
out this
Savar
door or
mentioned
what?
it.
Let's
Yeah, we
check
are.
this door. I don't know what we're doing here.
We've already
All right.
Mhm.
I thought
trapped
this was gonna
the
be a good
door.
idea, getting our shit in priority, but never mind. Fuck this idea.
Okay.
I follow Reinhardt.
I guess I gotta just haste one person instead of two. Oh well. Damn.
I gotta make sure I mark that on my thing. That I already used that.
Or I could open the. We could open the door and just fleet storm inside. That way, it's like they're blind the moment the door opens.
Reinhardt, didn't you say that your specter could go through walls?
Yes, you can.
Can it see as well?
Can't
Like, can you see through it?
No. It's an actual like being almost.
I mean, couldn't it go through and tell us what's on the other side?
Can't speak.
I don't think you can speak yet.
It can
I
see.
went to this last session.
It's a
It can
mute.
see up to 60 feet of dark vision, but it can listen to us. It's been listening to and understanding everything we're saying. but cannot talk.
Well,
Yeah, it's
you
not.
could-
It's
Sign
very
language.
specifically not
It's designed that way.
not good at surveillance by the seams. How it seems.
You could send it in, have it cause a disturbance.
Wait, is there a bit of a crack on the door? I could recast Find Familiar and transform into a spider. That's an hour though.
You know.
We got no time for that.
Alright, I could haste one of you and give you a +2 to AC and like special dexterity save, whatever the fuck. Or we could just open the door and just sleep storm it. That way they're blind.
Two.
Option 2, you said?
We would be blind too.
Oh, I could farther in.
One second. I'm gonna try and listen and see if I hear anything.
Sleep storm is big though.
I'll join Reinhardt in doing that.
Are we going to disarm our trap?
Perception check.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Torn starts tapping his foot annoyingly.
Yeah.
I
Just in
heard
the rolling
that.
dice.
That's
the
all I
same.
could hear. It was 11.
22.
All I heard was Torin tapping his foot.
Yeah.
Down.
Shut up.
As you
Start
kind
playing
of
the
listen,
Song of
there's
Storms.
not much sound from in there. You do hear like before you kind of heard a little bit more, but now it's kind of died down to just the occasional snuffle or not snuffle, shuffling. Maybe someone just like a small little noises
what?
here or there.
I walk up to the door and
It's trapped.
back off.
Oh, which building is this building, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The big black one that we have.
Where's the door? I see
Right
no
there.
door.
Right in front of it.
Hasn't been
I'm
over
right here.
yet. So over here.
So down the alley.
Yeah, and then right.
Oh.
So I tap on the door.
I'm over here like, what door are you guys talking about?
You can't find the
Wait.
door.
You just straight up knocked on the door?
Yep.
All right.
That's what I was about to do.
I took a play out of Torrance playbook.
Chaotic good and chaotic evil. Okay.
Room service.
Chaotic good.
What?
Housekeeping.
I got it
little
right. I
window to
remember.
see us too, so they can once they get the fucking chair and hop on the chair and look at us.
What's the
maybe,
plan?
maybe they didn't hear us.
Oh no.
The trap is
Tapped on the
disadvantaged
door a
at this
couple
point.
times. And like tap.
Boom, boom.
I look over at Saren expecting him to finish the tap. Bang bang.
Dun 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 dun.
Chris, while he's doing that, I'd like
You got the secret knock.
roll stealth just to conceal myself around
Hide.
the corner here.
You don't. Your
Okay.
character doesn't roll help stealth. Your character hides.
Hides.
Gotcha. Yeah. It matters. We're in character.
Hey, Savart.
Where'd she go?
No,
Standing behind
above
one
you,
of us.
idiots. She's above you. She's above you. Look up. You're like, what are you talking about?
Why is she?
I'm
up?
You take the standard of looking, and people rarely look higher than something like 43 degrees up.
Mm-hmm.
You
Fucking
do
look straight up
hear
for.
a few
Like from
heavy
my side of the mountain.
footprints and like the clattering of armor and chain kind of approach.
Look
And-
right to Torn and go, or Reinhardt, whichever one I remember being better at deception, and just go.
Yeah.
Continue, Chris. Sorry.
You hear like kind of a pressing against a door frame. You hear a figure. Is this the parlay or a cheap attempt at a trap?
I look to Reinhardt.
Oh. I thought we were doing like a good cop, bad cop.
No,
So I was
no.
like waiting for you. I was like, all right, here we
Yeah.
go. Here we
Also,
go.
remember the
I then look to
Out of
Snyder
bounds.
and point and go, get rid of it.
A
Already got rid of the
parlay.
trap. Don't worry about it.
All right. Parlay. Yes. We want to speak to your captain. We give up.
Deception check.
I go in.
Really?
You guys are just too strong.
Even with my high deception, that's a crap roll. That's a 17.
Crap, bro. Oh, so
Especially with that rough intro.
I
That
mean,
fit
could
pretty well.
Okay.
could I help
Hey,
out with
there's
that?
a pause. You killed one of my officers. The rest ran, and you now want to retreat by no doing of my own.
We feel pretty bad, honestly. I feel pretty bad. I killed him. And we just want to make amends. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot, and listen,
Spectre's roof.
we don't mean you all harm, right? They said some things out there. It's been a long day in this heat,
Open the fucking door.
and
But sense of compassion is misplaced. But you can come inside.
thank you. You've been so kind. What was your name?
Come inside first.
Come
And you
inside
kind of
first.
hear
It's
them
kind of a shit name.
push away from
I walk in.
As you said this, I'm thinking of the specter right next to you.
Greater invisibility myself, I guess. Wait, did the specter look like his dead friend?
Yeah, I mean,
No,
it
no.
just looks like
The
a
specter.
Oh.
Specter. They
I
all
thought-
look the same. The specters look the same.
Okay, I
Oh,
thought it
my
would
face
look
is
like
too
your.
low.
I
Did
thought
they
it would
open
look
the
like
door
his
yet?
buddy.
I had
Yes.
to
Yes.
call
No,
real quick.
they asked for you to open the door.
Before
Actually,
they open the
yeah.
door, I cast mislead.
Okay, so you go.
You guys just see me wave a hand sign and no change.
I think he's crazy.
I'll do this.
Pull up a specter.
There's a duplicate.
Oh,
You make the duplicate. Thank you.
Does the duplicate have sight?
Hold on. What fucking level is mislead? I can't like
Fifth
not
level.
have it.
Fifth level.
Fifth level.
Mhm.
Oh,
Right.
I know,
Auto
because I get it
cleric.
too.
okay. Yeah. Cast. I get it just naturally because I'm a Twilight Domain cleric.
Mhm.
You become invisible at the same time. Your illusionary double appears where you're standing. The double lasts for the duration, but the invisibility ends if you attack or cast a spell. You can use your action to move your invisibility double up to twice your speed and make it gesture, speak, and behave in whichever way you do. See through its eyes, hear through its ears. On each of your turns as a bonus action, you can switch from using its senses to your own and back again. While you are using your senses, you are blind and deafened.
I've cut it off, so let me know when you want to switch. And I can switch your sight around from it to...
Ooh, that's cool.
it's fancy.
Wait, which one is me?
I meant just like that's
The stealth icon one is the fake one.
Got it. So I'm going to go like that. And my fake one's going to gesture to everyone to back up. Back up one.
Just told us to go in.
Back up one.
that Reinhardt and go in.
And I open the door.
Okay. Was the trap disarmed?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes, it was. I said it more than once,
You
but
just
people
blow
kept
up
saying
his.
no.
Give me a second to remove the...
Door. I tell them to back up. And I will walk in.
Oh,
I can't see shit.
barricaded.
Yep. You want to switch your vision over to
Yes,
it?
please. Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I should have said it. Yeah, I want to switch my vision.
All we hear is shot, 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 shot. Everybody.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh no, Sarah's dead. Wait a minute.
Okay.
As you step in, converting your vision over to its, you see palisades from various broken pieces of rubble have been set up in various different forms. That all kind of point towards that way, but no one is in this initial room.
I will call out, hello?
In here, the other room.
I'll hold for the other ones. I'll tell the other ones to like hold. Do I see any way that they could see us right now?
You see that there's this palisade,
Uh-huh.
but it doesn't seem to be manned at the moment. You can roll a perception check.
I will.
Okay.
Ooh, damn. Double 19s for 32.
It doesn't appear to be anyone hiding even around the palisade or under it. Scanning, no, there's no one in like an ambush position right now.
I'll slowly gesture and like tell them to be like go down, like be silent. And I will be very loud as I walk in.
Okay.
Very confident in my walk. And then my other self will slide in.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot. A lot of palisades.
And as I'm walking up, making a lot of big noises, I gesture to everyone to like stay back and be quiet. And then I gesture 4, and then 1 big. And then as I turn the corner, I notice there's 5.
Yes.
But I gestured 4, so okay. So I turn the corner, what happens?
You see a collection of individuals in this room. A few more Dragonborn individuals in the mix. Most of them don't wear chitin armor. It's just like a leather armor, hoods over, cloaks that kind of likely have taken like a weather beating over time. Those of you that are approaching, so other Saren, the real one, pretty much everyone in the room now needs to roll stealth checks with advantage if you're invisible. Because now you're kind of stepping in, you're trying to keep a low profile.
Nice.
7.
11.
You're invisible. Still 7. You have advantage, so you're invisible. Is it still 7?
11.
Oh, 11. Okay.
Oh, 7. No, 7, 7, 7. 7. Still
18.
7. Doesn't change from 7.
Okay.
I rolled I rolled with advantage.
Okay.
11.
So they can hear something, they just don't see anything.
I rolled a 6, but I still have the +12, so it's like, well,
Reinhardt just comes tumbling in and falling down and knocking shit over with his natural 1.
Well, they know we're here.
I'm all like, all right.
You walk
Clang,
in and there's like
clang.
immediately like a nightstand with some fine like Chinese vase on it. You hit it. And
Fuck. Put that there.
It's that cartoon where the guy is trying to be stealthy, but
Yeah.
like
Knocking
every
everything over.
single move he makes a lot of fucking noise.
you step in, Saren, you pick this up. The individual, you can just barely see this like glint in their eye, lift of recognition, glancing briefly over to the other side of the wall, and then right back to you, indicating that they probably know that you're not the only one that walked in.
They can wait. Does that glint register that they see 2 of me? Or does that glint register that there's more than one person?
they
inside?
heard Reinhardt.
Yeah, more than one person. They heard.
Oh,
Well,
no,
it's a
no,
group
okay.
stealth check.
I heard everyone. Yeah, no.
It's a group stealth check, which in this case was failed. So they
You
are
don't
aware.
say. And I walk up to the table.
God damn it. Let's roll a little bit higher now.
This
I kind of
individual
miss
walks up
Wolfgang's
now.
Path Without a Trace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, we're good.
The drow individual settles in. You can see there's this like a wolf, not wolf, bear pelt around the shoulders, brought around, very very thick, a little bit of a grayer brown coloring to it over top the chin armor, which you would also recognize that any type of insignia is scratched off. They don't wear the tabards or the silks draped across the armor like you normally see the Aurora's Watch wear. The figure settles in. I believe we can end this day without any more bloodshed.
So,
Chris, real quick, while you're waiting for everything else.
Yeah.
How healthy do the two? I see two of them in the upper right.
Yeah.
How healthy do they look?
Are you trying to determine like if they're just physically healthy or?
Yeah, the constitution, their dex and whatnot. Do I have to roll an insight for that?
Roll an insight check, yeah.
Okay.
Chris, do I notice any of them with my passive? Any like bleeding or blood on the ground?
These ones appear fine.
Forget about it, Chris.
You don't actually see the injured individual.
Okay.
As they kind of settle in, they look to you. They have a great sword affixed to their back. We can end this day without any more bloodshed. So, who hired you? Why are you clearing out us?
That is a good question. I sit and ponder for a moment, just kind of like looking around quietly. We were hired by an outside force to deal with crown breakers.
Indeed. Well, you have clearly found them, and you've killed a few now. Question remains, do you intend to kill all of them?
Do you intend to continue what you're doing?
I intend to continue with what I'm doing.
Okay, then.
It is my duty. But there is still ways to end this day without killing more people.
How is that?
How is this your fight? Is it just the gold, platinum that is associated with it?
No. But you didn't answer my question. How is it that we end this without bloodshed?
We come to an understanding.
Which would be?
Well, we shall see. I'm not unreasonable. I understand the art of parley.
What do you think you have to offer that our benefactor could not give us?
I admit I do not have, if I know any type of benefactor, if it's the Den Mothers or greater, I cannot offer any more coin than they are willing to provide. I simply have an idea that I must realize.
Would be?
Are you aware? Oh, well, one moment, sorry. I realize before I keep speaking. I am Aurelian. At some point, I was General Aurelian, known as the Commander of Stars. And you?
They're just like, cool.
I originate from Guadan.
Guadan. You will believe me when I say I have not visited, but I have heard the name even from here.
And I just kind of show off my slightly silver armor. So I'll know what we are famous for.
Have you heard of Grimdolier?
I think I've heard of Grimdolier, right?
Yeah, it's you can roll a history check if you want more.
15.
Yeah, you've heard it. It's you just heard about it when mentioned about places within the Empire. You recall recollection of it when Vasile had mentioned why they had stopped the advance up north. They were blocked by Grimdolier. And based off your own recollection, Grimdolier is a dwarven city in the mountains that is a strong ally of the Empire.
I've heard of Grimdalier. Why?
Have you heard of the Battle of Grimdalier?
Not much. Just that it didn't go to plan for the dynasty.
I'm surprised. Many don't know.
Many don't have friends like I do.
Battle of Grimdalier ended in absolute slaughter. We split our forces 2 ways to try and cover as much ground as we could, and we lost. Thousands of my men under my lead died. I don't hold ill will against the dynasty. I don't want to see it burn, but I have a duty to my soldiers to see it through, to see that Grimdalier falls, see that my original duty of taking the city of Rexingtrum is succeeded.
No, if I understand correctly, you are killing innocents, stealing, collecting arms, building up a force of compatriots. And I think 2 are running around somewhere else. So that you can take out the dynasty's heads and or convince them to go to war with and push back into the empire near the end of winter, just to take a city to lose more men in a potential victory or defeat. For what? Pride? We're doing this whole thing for pride.
To an extent, my own pride. But I did not lose a position because I somehow lost a battle and then was demoted. No. I'm doing it for the soldiers.
You're doing it for the soldiers who tried to win a battle, were given under someone's orders, not the wisest decisions in the moment, and resulting in a failed battle. I'm confused as to what your motivation truly is. If you wish just to try and take this city again, I'm assuming the dynasty said no, we wish not to fight them again.
Correct. They wish and are pulling their forces out, taking them and withdrawing them beyond the garrisons.
So they've pushed, proved their point, and are leaving.
Essentially.
Well,
I
from my
believe
that you believe it's the wrong decision, and you believe you should push until victory, or die trying.
Essentially. I don't believe war is to make points.
What do you believe war to be?
But very real, tangible rewards. But real, tangible change. This war will repeat itself soon enough. People will steal beacons. People will inevitably bring themselves to conflict again.
They've done that before us, and they'll do that after us. I still don't quite see what your point is. If your point, it seems, is to just go and die in a war.
If it does lead to death, then it does.
I don't get how that honors the memory of your soldiers who fell.
To finish the battle and take the city.
And what if you don't take the city? Do you destroy their reputation and destroy their memory?
And we died at least trying.
To my understanding, due to the fact you're all more than likely consecuted, won't you all just come back anyway?
No.
Won't it all not matter?
No. Only typically members of the den amongst a higher rank are consecuted.
It does explain some things. So I'm still not understanding. Let's say you go and you fight again and you lose. What happens to their memory then? Did you honor it? Did you fail it? What happens?
And we honored it.
So just the very act of going and trying. It's all you care about.
essentially.
Well, if you say there's going to be another war, why don't you just try then? Take the city then.
Now roll a persuasion check.
Not bad. 19. Not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, my elbows.
He does furrow his brow for a moment. Gauntlets kind of pressing through. I could theoretically wait, carry out a grudge.
Don't see the point.
They're speaking loud enough so that we can hear it from the other side, right?
Yeah. It's definitely not a muttered conversation.
I just don't see the point in fighting right now, causing a rift in the dynasty now. I mean, how do you achieve your goals? That's the question that needs to be asked whenever you want to do something. How do you achieve them? What is your best outcome right now? You create a big enough force, cause a big enough problem, take over a big enough city. What? To collect troops, get people to go willingly against the dynasty's orders, be sure just to go and fight? Or do you wish to take over the city and trade with the leaders of the dynasty and say, we'll give you back the city if we continue the war? I see the easiest solution to you, honestly, if you wish to start another war, let this one end, wait 5 years, grease some hands, put some things in some places they don't belong, you'll start a war easy. It's cheap, easy, fast. Your goal is to take that city eventually, prove your men's fight worth. But I don't see how you achieve that goal by going against the dynasty currently.
The idea was to strike while the anvil is hot.
Boss.
But your intervention has proven that indeed it was a false city. I have no doubt that we were to start battle here, it would not end well for either party.
I mean, if I'm being honest, as brazen as I may be, I believe it would better for one side rather than the other. But that doesn't really matter. Because the real question is, do you feel honestly?
There will not be another chance, however.
Why is
Or
that?
how will we possibly live on to fight another day when we're already surrounded?
By us or by the city?
The city.
Well, that's not hard.
And you're here.
True.
So would
And
you
we get paid
abandon...
whether we get paid not whether you die, we get paid whether you stop. So truly, we don't care whether you live or die today. We only care whether you stop trying to destroy the city that is already having the gates of, oh, if I remember correctly, it's not hell, I think it's the abyss. No, it's the astral sea this time. The gates of the astral sea ripping open on your doorstep.
I like how we've seen all the other gates. It's like, yeah.
Like, hold on, no, wait, no, it's not hell. Hold on,
No, it's not hell. No,
it's
not
not
the astral sea either.
It's no, wait, hold on, no, that's what it is. Yeah, it's that one. That one.
It's not the astral sea either.
No,
The astral
I'm gonna
sea is
I'm gonna
tied
walk to the
strings
doorway and just
through it.
I'm gonna walk to the doorway and just lean against the wall. The gate does seem more prevalent at the moment.
Zavari, were you going to do anything?
I was just wondering. I can't see any
Oh
of them
God, that
unless
guy's
I
big.
look down.
Yeah, he's huge.
Oh shit, he's that guy. Oh fuck.
Gargantuan.
He's
Yeah.
huge.
He's
My idea is
Smasher.
I'm putting no. My idea is completely on.
That man's Smasher.
No, I'm good. I'm going back.
Wait,
was
wait,
gonna
hold on.
say-
Wrong.
Hold
I was
on.
gonna say I come around the
Um,
corner and I throw the chains of the iron bands of binding at him, but no.
Hold on. Wait, I gotta
I
do it.
don't think I will.
But yeah,
There we go.
I'll get to do with it. I just go. I mean, if we want to be honest, you could probably earn your favor back. It wouldn't be that hard. The dynasty isn't always in need of good leaders. I mean, I'll look around at the men around him. You've collected this many. It means you've proven your worth to them. You just need to prove it to the dynasty if they're aware of your presence involvement in this. I mean, as I say again, the real statement is how do you achieve your goals? If you fight us, some of you will die, all of you might die, who knows? Doesn't matter. You
That's
fail
the
your
risk I'm
goal.
willing to take.
You don't fight us, okay, you have a chance. You get out. Okay, you have another chance. You don't get out. You don't get a chance. They take you, execute you. The dynasty doesn't seem that favorable for some instances, some individuals. But not fighting us. Stop breaking up the crown breakers seems to be your best bet at actually having a chance to achieve your goals. If we look at this rationally. I understand your anger, trust me. I piqued my ability to see, and I will cast see invisibility as my eyes turn bright purple, and I'll enact my dark vision to all of them. And I just go, I've worked on my ability to see and to detect things due to one arrow going into my hip. So that no one ever sneak up on me again.
That's
Just for that
paranoid.
sole
I get
purpose. It is. But it was effort due to a grudge. And those who caused that grudge have paid.
Tell me.
And it ends for them. I'm not going to keep that on them, but I just.
You have a plan to close that rift.
Close the rift? We do have some plans. We have some abilities. There's a.
It can't be too different from the gate of hell we have to deal within the
If
Menagerie
you heard of
Coast.
Gordan, did you hear of the gates of hell opening above?
Indeed, I did.
Well, those were the same individuals that caused me to want to learn to see as much as I could. They're the same individuals who attacked my home and attacked my family.
Funny how things line up.
Yes. The one who opened that rift
Tell me.
is down in that rift. We do have an idea on how to close the rift, as well as the ability to close it. I will say, we would love assistance with closing it, as the first time we tried, we were, how do I put this? Rudely
I'll say
interrupted.
yes. You convince a den mother to allow me the help. I'll speak with her, see if I can arrange something for my men.
Okay. Well, I can also recommend this. Are your men's names known?
No.
Well, from the looks of it, I don't even see that you have any men.
He glances over, across at the men. Indeed.
So it's just yourself we must worry about. I will speak with the den mother, and then to give him some little glimpse, I just flip around a coin in my hand of the Bright Queen. We have some favor. We will talk with them. To my understanding, you haven't killed too many.
Did you take my coin?
No, we were all given some notification that, hey, we're of the Bright Queen and don't.
Oh, I got
murder
the
us.
brooch.
You
right?
have a special fancy coin. We just have little markers that basically say like.
You guys, yeah, you have markers that are like on the authority of the Bright Queen. We work here. Torin has diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, no. You have a completely different coin. I just have a fancy thing that says, if you've been in the military, you know I'm basically a mercenary.
Yeah, like one is
Order.
basically like proof that you do work for Bright Queen. The other one is proof that you are friends with the Bright Queen, and thus you are able to break certain local laws to achieve your goal. So if you chose to kill a banker or just a normal guy,
It's like the
because
thing. It's like
no one
it's like
cares.
it's kind of like in Skyrim where if you kill someone as your thing, you get that one out.
yeah, it's essentially like that. She does warn you, like, hey, don't cause a fucking
Yeah.
stir, you know, don't like this doesn't make you exempt to law, but does mean if you need to do certain things, you have diplomatic immunity. It also, yeah.
I'll gesture to the rest, just to everyone else to start heading out.
Glance at disperse. Get out of here, all of you.
For you, I will let them know to not enter. And wait here. And I will message you when we find out what's happening.
Okay.
I do ask if they stay no, that you at least allow us some of our own personal intervention before we continue. But wonderful. Okay.
You have until you have means of magical communication, yes?
We have many.
Give you until the sunfall.
Understood. Hope to see you on the battlefield. And as the crew walks away, my guy just disappears.
Got it.
And I just walk off.
Back in
I
the chair.
Batman it.
The armored general sits down into the chair.
Ooh, yeah, boys, that's how it's done.
Fuck
No
you, I want
fight
to fight.
scene.
I want to fight.
I didn't want to fight. We spent too many sessions fighting.
Dude,
I
I'm
was this close to
honestly,
throwing something at him.
I am very happy with how that went.
Nathan, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I just think you're puking out words and don't even know what the hell you're saying.
Me either.
No, I definitely knew everything I was saying. That's something I've actually had to. It's a form of what I've had to use as IT to get people to actually tell me what their actual issue is. When you have a user come up to you, yeah, I can't get this thing to work, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And I just go, what's the objective you're trying to complete right now? And they go, oh, well, I literally had a guy who's like, I can't get to these files fast enough. I need to be able to. I'm like, okay, what are you trying to do? He's like, well, I need to be able to get to this link very quickly. And I'm like, you mean a bug?
Anyways.
In the meantime, you make your way, assumingly together, and then make way out of.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can kill it.
I like that note.
Almost insulted. You're 6'11" level players. Fucking kill it. Like,
With
not that hard.
magical items, you can kill it.
Come here a bit. Go fucking do your shit.
Throws a Tarrasque at us. The tip says we got this.
They just all look up in the
never
sky. They just see
Chris,
this
your
tip.
tips lied to me.
Sorry, I'll get another tip. I have another one.
Oh my god, you love that idea, don't you?
It was pretty fucking funny, not gonna lie.
Honestly, it was pretty. Oh Jesus, it's so big.
Yeah, I have it a little bit too big. Anyways, you make your way out of the.
Fucking goddamn it.
So motivational.
I wanted to be like tips that we obviously know, yeah.
Half of them. There was one tip that wasn't obvious. You head out from Northward Property. Do you leave the north route where you previously seen the commander?
Yes, we go right to the north route where we see the commander.
It's been about a few hours by now, by the way, between searching, talking, fighting, looting. You make your way to the north, and you see that there's the shield wall has still formed, and upon your arrival, the kind of shields kind of back up in those soldiers, and you see that there's a bigger force beyond the shield. Whereas before it was just the shield wall and then the commander of the fence before, you see that there is now at least 20 to 30 more soldiers in chitin armor with these red banners across themselves. And you see another segment of soldiers who are very heavily adorned in spikes and in additional protruding bits of jagged bone on their armor. You see one such individual that you do recognize as the Dust Captain Vasile Zoled is currently speaking the commander, but Mid-speech, glances over. Everywhere I turn, it's always you that we run into.
Oh, hello, friend.
He just walks away from that commander right now as he addresses you all. It's good to see you.
We're
I
talking to someone
only
I
makes
will
sense. I hear
military shake his hand.
I guess
Forearm to
this
forearm.
army has
Yes.
arrived.
Yeah,
I
he
see
glances
you've
over.
brought a fair amount of friends.
Well, I was in Sona at the time.
I can see you were in the neighborhood. Well, we have a meeting now then, after interacting with the Crown Breakers. We have a meeting with the den mother of the city to work out an arrangement I feel will be in favor. Out of curiosity, because I'm not up to date with all of the interpolitics, how many individuals have the Crown Breakers slain when it comes to guards and soldiers and the like?
Some glances over to the commander. They give a few brief words. The number in where you just came from, Northwest proper, is quite unknown at the moment. Other individuals have been found along the outskirts, and like we're estimating, in the low dozen. So, I think that we will.
7 to 12, got it. Okay.
You had negotiations with them. I hate
Yes.
to spoil the fun, but it does not sound like they're dead.
All but one.
That's so.
Yes. Well, you're right. Well, technically 3. Those 2, let's be real, they're not going to return. Yes, the main one, the head of the Crown Breakers. Is their identity known to?
He glances across. There are suspicions on who it could be, but at the moment, the name hasn't been made public yet.
The name is known but not public. Understood. That makes the possibility of a
You
deal a
have
little
to
better.
understand, yes. Some matters, it's best not to say who the
course.
person is.
Allows for more wiggle room. And I'll lean in a little closer and whisper. The arrangement was, after speaking with him, that we both feel, myself and him, he still wishes to serve and to prove his man's worth who died.
Keep it quick.
He wishes to be allowed to fight and service the dynasty to close the gates. Can I just point to the giant hole in the sky? I feel it's a reasonable request.
Okay. I can expedite the meeting. If I'm to join you, and who else in this group are you all heading to that meeting?
Yes.
My
I'll
plan
go.
was to, yes, all of us just head to the meeting quickly, and then prep to deal with the greater Thor.
I will give a quick rundown of things that are dead, things that are stolen, things that are people who have shops have been raided.
They've caused quite a bit of damage, and to Asarius that is serious.
I definitely understand.
Some of those dead are not good. They're crown beggars that we killed, just to clarify.
No, just hold it by him. Doesn't matter.
I understand.
We can discuss that.
You're not there. I turn around to like a different card. Because I'm guessing Denzel
you're just
would
randomly
probably
talking to a random motherfucker. That's not.
yeah, the main sergeant or the other commander who are also buddy also walked away in from.
Yeah.
You go talk to the guy who's like, "What the fuck?"
Alright, let's quick rundown.
Okay, but yeah, so we'll then walk with him to the den mothers.
Okay.
We'll
Is
walk like
everyone
the
joining?
one video I posted.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Okay. You make your way. I'll push up the tooltip.
Yes, we're all going together. And they waddled away.
Let's
Waddle,
all
waddle.
go to the den mothers.
Let's all go to the den mothers.
I figure you'd have to drawing.
Let's all go to the den mothers. And
Have
I don't know
mercy.
what to sing next.
Make your way
Where's my character?
up the Aurora Holds to the uppermost level of the carved out interior of the Mesa.
Oh, these
There
stairs are
you
getting a little bit
see
heavy.
a
Deleted my character.
the
I want to be there.
one moment.
And herds to the south and west. And over here, you might be in the eastern part. Yeah, I think that is you.
What is that circle?
That's me accidentally clicking.
He's being
Never
a
mind.
funny man.
There.
Like
The Mario's
funny
like, where the
words,
fuck?
Magic Man.
Me trying to move the map.
Put ourselves on the name.
Oh, that's
We're old.
I'm huge.
Make your way to the top of the interior. You see the den mother you had previously spoken to is in the same similar position, 1 foot up onto the stone throne that's significantly larger than her own form, looking down at the map of Asarius with a few of pieces of Dragon's Chest kind of set up about it to kind of keep track of the city in this state. As she glances up to you, and there's a look of acknowledgement, she quickly reaches over and grabs 2 pieces and scoots them to the Aurora's hold at the moment before turning up. Well, I believe it bodes well that you join me with the Dusk Captain. So is it done? Groundbreakers are now no more.
In a sense.
Quite
We have, I'd say, an arrangement that I feel benefits.
Arrangement with the Crownbreakers.
They wouldn't be them anymore. And that's part of the arrangement. The deal that we wish to offer, as you have the final say, is that the Crownbreakers dissolve. They don't continue with their campaign. And they are offered a way back into society to deal with our thorn, to go into battle against it, to deal with it.
I see. Huh.
You could always agree to this and then throw them in as fodder. That would work too. If that's what you
She
choose.
kind of leans in from. I want you to quickly understand, Tabaxi, that there is a difference between us and the Empire.
And that's
You
why we
should
love
just
dealing
hit
with
a
you more.
nerve.
You hit a major fucking nerve, Spirit. Oh my god. And that's why we
Jesus
like
Christ.
dealing with you more. Because we can trust that in general we're dealing with good-minded people.
We're not a fledgling nation like they are. We understand the value in continued cooperation. That said, I do understand that inevitable peace was to be assembled. And I've also seen you have spoken to the leaders, Aurelian.
Yes.
Yes.
Big man, by the way.
Very big. You did not say how big he was.
Yeah.
Did not think it too important at the time, but yes.
Just kind of like, it was a little important. It's just this is a very serious meeting, but you gotta laugh a little bit in life and just be like, well, you know. But yes, I feel
He wasn't completely unreasonable in his request, though.
and I did understand where the man was coming from. His actions misguided, but I do feel his assistance would be valued in this confrontation. And he does have the very harsh loyalty of a few men, and that kind of loyalty is hard to come by.
Yes, a few good men.
Figure
Shut the
kind of
fuck up.
glances out across. What of the rest of you? The rest of you are aboard for this plan to take a traitor, treason of the dynasty, and give them an opportunity to maybe die in battle to prove their intention. Glancing across at.
I don't see
Rest
you
of the
have
party.
much of an option.
Don't
at
you
this
believe
point.
in second chances?
I mean, they're not gonna harm citizens. If they're gonna put themselves in war, then so be it.
Okay.
And looking at our current circumstance with the city in the
Yeah,
upcoming
Safari's
days,
just gonna stay silent this time.
Please.
Please.
you're gonna need all the help you can get.
That is true. Okay.
However,
Aurelian.
one step out of line. I'm not holding back.
To Aurelian, I assume.
To any of their
That's
Group.
ensuring. Then we have one issue remaining. The breach in the sky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it might be an issue.
wasn't
The
that determined
severity even might be. Well, Reinhardt, even if we take care of everything else, while that may be a front, it would still destroy the city, even if it did come down a little bit hard.
You have to understand, if that thing, and as you say, is slowly portal expanding and it could breach this realm, it would be difficult to convince the entire citizenry of Asarius to just leave the city and its walls and its protection.
Well, now it is.
Mm.
We should be able to take care of it rather quickly, I would think.
There's no way around it. It must go away. We have the backings of the army itself and of our Crownbreaker ally. It's about midday. How about at midnight? Commence the assault on it. And while I trust that the Dust Captain Vasil's forces can ascend to the heights necessary, the normal army can't. They can be distributed elsewhere. It's my understanding you are the one of the few groups at the moment that can ascend to its great height and fight the creature directly.
Rather
ways,
quickly, to be
yes.
honest. We don't have to wait until midnight. We can do it now, even.
If you want, I assumed you might want rest.
Yes,
Yeah.
we would.
Yes.
I'd rather, with my powers, I'd like to better set what I'm fighting for.
And then be supplied
Right.
for what we're about to
We can get
behold ourselves.
Savari, do you have any range to your weapons on your ship?
How quick can we modify our weapons to aim upwards instead of downwards?
Yes.
We don't need a ship. We don't need a ship.
No,
Yeah,
because if I remember
yeah,
correctly,
those.
the Wyvern's Claw's weapons are mainly aimed downwards.
They are.
Yeah,
That's
that's
You can
true.
just aim up. We can just aim up higher.
No, it's they're
They all aim
mounted
down.
to shoot down at
Pointing.
stuff.
No,
you
no,
just
I
focus
mean,
45
no,
degrees.
yeah, tilt the ship.
Yeah, I
Right.
think he's like, if the ship's like this, weapon like that, if you tilt up, well,
You
they
got
go
eye
about
level.
like that. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
could.
so it wouldn't be that difficult.
We
Or they
need
just
more
go up
gun
higher.
elevation.
Or it just goes higher.
We don't.
Can we convert a submarine into a flak gun?
Right, because that sounds
We guys-
logical.
Rotate the flak gun.
I don't. I
Go
hope
up on
that
a
be the
ridge, get more
bearer
gun
of
elevation that way, you know.
bad news,
Wise.
but didn't we send the ship off already?
Yes.
Yes.
And we don't need a
it's
ship
still
anyway,
in-
so,
it's
let's
still
go.
in. It's still in the city. It's just
I thought-
around the city. We did
I
not
thought we
send it
already
all the way
sent
back.
it.
Yeah, we sent it
off
already.
about like a day or
It's
two
not
ago.
too far away.
No, it's
We
not.
don't need it either.
Send it before you entered here.
Yeah, we didn't send it very far away.
So it's been about
It's outside the city.
12
About
hours.
12 hours at the maximum.
The
But we
same.
didn't. How far away did we send it?
I thought we sent it
back
just
to the
outside the
base
city.
first.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
it was heading between. It
Well-
was heading between the areas because the idea was if you guys need extraction, it could loop back and pick you up.
Yeah,
Mm,
it wasn't that far away. Yeah, no. We did not send
I
it
mean-
back to the castle.
no.
We don't
no,
need to
no.
use. I
That was the
mean,
plan.
That was an
the
initial plan
Wyvern's
before
weapons
sending
would be nice to use, but she does make a good platform for mages.
Okay, I'll call it back now. Sending.
Not.
So
Head
you'll
back. The message is already sent. You don't. You just see me move my hand once, which you know is sending at this point, and then you just go, "Well, my decision doesn't matter anymore."
I am like halfway going for counterspell, but fine.
That'd be a bad idea.
Just pull Sonic.
Yep, and the message gets sent. Return to Asarius. Prep the guns for ranged
See if
combat.
Fenbach can prep him upwards.
If the goblin wishes to be creative, let it. He's got until you arrive.
Canuck. Aye, not the captain. And it just
Ow, fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna send
cramping my hamstring. Fuck.
sending stone to Tanakh. It's like
That's what I get.
You need more potassium.
That's right.
uh,
Eat bananas.
Christ.
You should
whatever Saren sent.
Yes,
Whatever
yes.
Saren messaged you. Yes. I'm gonna have a word with him.
what was
Hang
that?
up.
What did you
Just
say?
don't.
Whatever to my sending stone to Tanakh. Yes.
Is it
Like,
tuned in?
whatever Aaron said, yes, I'll have a word with him about.
Actually, the cat. It made sense if you heard. You know what I mean.
Aaron, whose ship is it again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you stay alive by yourself for the last multiple months?
Saren,
Do
whose
we
ship
own
is
part
it?
of it?
Can we do this argument somewhere else when we're not in front of the
Oh my
front
God.
of the leader of the state
Grandmother
here?
will leave you. When is the planned assault?
Midnight.
I mean,
Understood?
Like you said a second ago.
He wasn't listening.
All right.
No, I was. I just
Like
wish
Shrek,
to
why
like
is it
confirm to
midnight?
be like
Why is
this
it
when it's
midnight?
gotta go. Okay. Thank you.
Do you want it earlier?
I can do it now.
Can everyone do it now?
I can do it in like an hour. If I can do it in like an hour.
Well, we
If
still
you
need our
want to go
long
do it now,
rest,
go
so-
fucking do it now.
Oh no.
That's Nathan talking.
Just
That
levitate
should
my
be a
ass up
team.
there.
I
That was
will
better.
nod to the den mother.
Levitate my ass up there.
So, we are
Put a
going
magic
to
carpet if
rest
you don't
and prepare.
remember.
See you in battle, my friend. I will let.
Do not worry. I need to mobilize the rest of the forces anyways.
I will. Oh, just to double check, because I had to help Amanda or something. She agreed to Crown Breakers, correct?
Hmm?
She agreed to the. Okay. I will let
You gotta go.
his name. I don't say Crown Breakers anymore. I say the person's actual name. Know of the arrangement. Aurelian, know of the arrangement. And I thank you for your assistance in the arrangement. And I will nod. Down. Welcome.
You're also gonna need multiple troops within the city for the remaining stones that haven't been found.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's actually the
I'm
main
sure
thing.
you know about that,
for them.
as well as Robin forces by herself. This
Once the breach in the sky is quelled, the evacuation of the city can begin in earnest.
Yes.
About to fall apart.
letting you know we don't know when they plan on making their attack. So us being distracted might be their go point and start attacking the city.
That makes sense.
Oh, I'm lucky I
I'll
changed
ensure that the
note.
rest of the Auror's Watch and those of the Dust Captain's unit are here. With that in mind, and I'll take this and leave it in your hands. Do you want the Dust Captain's assistance in this matter?
What is... Almost want to say no. What is his expertise in?
Which is skills.
Hand-to-hand combat?
He does kind of glance over. I'm capable of ascending myself to new heights. You've seen me in fights before.
Yes. We're just not sure exactly what we're up against still.
That's
But
fair.
yes, we'll be more than happy to acquire your assistance in this.
Okay.
Dude.
And the Dust Captain Aurelian will be yours at the time of the fight.
All right.
Thank you.
Well,
Luck.
let's go rest up.
See you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Alright.
You head
We
down.
run back and over and tower down.
Yeah, do some math.
Everyone's now staying in the tower because the ship needs to get here.
Yeah, the ship
Yep.
needs
Yeah,
to get
I'll,
back
I'll
here.
add an extra
I'm gonna
lounge.
modify the ship.
Did Saren already inform?
With Safari's permission.
I'm just sure he'd do it on the way.
Did Saren already inform the ex cult leader?
Yeah, he did.
I walked out, and that's mainly why I walked out early.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like
Mhm.
walked out, casted, sending the actual spell, not just the stone, and letting him know, being like, the deal has been arranged, has been accepted. Meet us outside of the north
What,
gate at noon, at midnight, not noon. Sorry.
Nathan, there's one thing we forgot.
What?
What about the vigilantes in that south building that are watching him?
They wanted.
Whoops.
Wait, let's see.
Did we just completely forget about those guys?
Chrissy, wake up!
Wait, hold on. Let me see if I had it prepared. No, let me see if I had it prepared. Hold on, I can help you. All right. Unless he's out of sending. Are you out of sending right now, Nathan? Oh, wait, Anavir, don't you have sending?
Maybe.
Would Anavir
Take care
remember
of it.
I never
to
met
remind
him.
That's right.
That's the problem.
So
I
Anavir,
have plenty of sending spells. I can't message him though. I never met him.
Have I met him?
You were there.
yes,
You were
you were there.
there.
You
You
went
were
through the
floating.
building.
This was the whole thing.
That
That
was
you
the
got
gun.
pulled.
Through them.
Oh!
The guys that we stormed, the building that we
Yeah.
stormed into,
Yeah.
or I stormed into, and I just
Yeah.
floated you over.
Yeah. I got you.
You want to message them real quick
Oh, that there could be a
before
secret.
they have a confrontation with the big guy?
Yes, I will cast sending and let them know.
They would die immediately.
That essentially they are safe with like the dude that's in
It
that
just-
building or whatever that is.
It clicked into my head as soon as we left the wait a minute.
You send
Those
the
are-
message to the figure, and you hear, oh shit, and then like he'll pull it back. It's like, okay, not attack them. Got it.
Do not
That is-
attack.
No
Don't
attack.
attack. They are
Very-
friendly. They are fine.
Very
Well,
good to know.
They're okay.
That was extremely close.
Our apologies. We were a little late.
Shit. Okay, that's another bullet dodged.
Chris
Yeah, oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
have
sure.
done that
We
to
got-
us if we didn't
We
remind
got
him.
his assistance.
Yeah, he would've.
What do you mean he's dead?
What do you mean he's
Nathan.
dead?
You really putting that past Chris?
Same one that allows stuff
Yeah.
in the.
I
back
would have
end to happen.
remembered
I can hear
that.
this secret.
So
What about
Savari,
Yes.
I got.
Oh.
If you don't mind, I would
Aye.
like to modify the weaponry on your ship to aim upwards.
How long does it take the ship to
Chris,
get
would
here?
it be an insight
Few
check
hours.
to know if
How many
he's
fucking
able to
hours
do
are you
that?
gonna spend?
You also
No,
have to rest.
how
Not
far?
that
How
much
long does the
time.
ship take to get here? First of all.
Oh, that is a good
Yeah.
question.
Only a few hours. Like you guys were
Okay.
gone. Like you started at about mid-morning here. It's been about 4 hours.
Okay, because I heard like 12 hours floating around. I'm like, wait a minute.
I think we get a little
4 hours
loosey-goosey
gone,
on how
4 hours
exactly
back, but
the day
Oh,
transpired.
Chris, one thing real quick. I am going to try to make a technically mundane item,
Okay.
non-arcana. And
What is
it's
it
my
what
my
does it mean
arrow of
technically
like barbed
mundane?
wire.
What are you
What do you
doing?
mean?
So in D&D Beyond, I had to make it an item, which is a magical item.
Well, what's the item?
It's a arrow of barbed wire. It's basically a charge surrounded by a thing of razor wire spool, which I already bought
he did. He bought barbed wire last
Yes, he
session or
did.
session before.
2 sessions ago,
Yeah.
Good memory of buying stuff.
and I bought the arrows as well.
No,
That's why I
as
picked up the
remember-
short bow.
remember him talking about making this
No.
thing.
I know.
And then that's why I'm just like, he did that.
So Savari, you do an inside check on me?
That I'm
Whenever
wondering
you
if
open
he's
your
actually
mouth, I'm
able to do this,
questioning
or
it.
if he's just talking about his ass.
He's a bard. He wants to fuck a cat.
What?
That's that Nintendo tweet where it's like nothing feels better than the inside of a cat.
Well, I
Tweet
don't
has been deleted.
even. You could roll your insight, but I'm telling the truth. I want to actually help.
You also
So,
you also
Um,
knew about the discussion already.
You also gotta remember, if it's midday now and we're going at midnight, we have less than 12 hours to rest if you want a full
The
rest.
ship's
Hey,
not
Wow.
moving.
oh yeah, that's a good
12
point.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 hours.
So I'm gonna be modify it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't think you're gonna be able to modify
Yeah,
the weapons
not enough time.
in the amount of time, Anavir.
Yeah.
Just because of how advanced I know they are, how much time we have. But
Well, we'll figure it out later. After it.
But I mean, you could have 2 hours of reading up on the material based on the description of a long rest, and then after that, the rest of the time of 4 hours of assembling. But 4 hours isn't a whole lot of time.
Yeah, no.
I am for
Yes, 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 Harbinger, magic carpet ride.
is it safe to assume, Chris, that discussions of a mage detail being on board were discussed, or would I have to go and actually do that?
I mean, like, your party of mages, because
A party of mages, because we do have extra floor space.
at the moment, it seems like you guys, with the aid of Vasile and Aurelian, who appear to be mostly melee-oriented people, is your back. Mostly due to the fact that, as Reinhardt pointed out, if they could trigger the gate stones at any moment, they want as many soldiers on the ground while figuratively the commander of the Crownbreakers, the general of the army, and presumably the most powerful group of adventurers at the moment are all hanging above trying to deal with this.
Oh,
That's why I
stop
was
it.
pretty persistent about almost saying no to having him come with us, just for that reason of if something were to happen and this still being a front of not the actual attack on the city.
Right.
It's just a distraction for us to get out of the city.
I'm sure a troop
Yeah.
of soldiers
Okay.
can find it.
So
Okay. No,
It could
that's
take a
fine.
day.
that's why
Where
it's
the fuck am I gonna put this?
I'm still kind of against the idea of him coming, just because I don't know how
He
the
slows
combat's
me
gonna be.
down.
If you choose, it doesn't. It's
Yeah,
not like a
we
set
can-
in stone. If you choose like next week, if you
Yeah.
want him in Asarius, then by all means. But
For the
in the
next 12 to 7 days, 12 hours to
Am I
7
gonna
days,
put
we'll be
this
considering
stupid
freeing him
thing?
or not.
Can go
But
over here. That'll
you
work.
all assemble inside of the
Is it tower?
tower. Struck it for
No,
you.
one of you can have the first shower.
If you're in the sulfur place, it's mandated.
Yeah.
Well, not all of us were.
Yes, dude.
If you were.
With
Prestidigitation.
athletic stuff a little bit. Yeah. All right, we get some food going. Put on some lo-fi beats, medieval ones.
So we're taking a long rest then.
Yes.
Sounds like it.
Wonderful.
Most likely going to be where we end tonight. Wait, but
Can we hit that button, Chris? I should
that
ask
button.
first.
don't forget to
you
hit
can
that
take a long
button, like and
rest.
subscribe.
Like
Use
and
coupon code whatever the
And
subscribe,
also
fuck it
check
is.
in that
and-
bio for that Swift
Rest.
Lifestyles.
Into the night.
Throughout today.
You can be prepared.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you
We have
can
a
be
fight tomorrow.
prepared
You have a fight
for
later.
the big fight.
Long rest.
Session.
Long rest.
And we'll wrap it up there.
Man.
One last thing I
We
want
got
to
30 more
say.
minutes.
As far as the divvying up the it's a unit converter of the gold
Oh,
from the last
yeah.
session.
That we stole.
We
Ouch.
have
Failed.
124 platinum for 3 and 125 platinum for the other 3.
I'll
So
take 124.
that's
I'll take 124.
I'm gonna take
224.
125.
125 then, fine.
All right, Josh, 24 or 25.
24 because I feel guilty.
It's
All right.
124, right?
125.
One,
No,
two,
one-
four. 125.
125 platinum pieces.
Okay, how many gold?
For the gold pieces, it comes out to 594 for 3 and 595 for the other 3.
594.
194.
194
else?
gold.
194 sure as well.
194 or 195.
It's
Three
smaller.
of you get 5, 3 of you get 4.
194 or 594?
594 for 3,
Okay.
595 for the other 3. So
I'll
when
take
was
the
saying
4.
1,
Oh.
4.
Okay, everyone else is 5.
I'm over
Got it.
capacity.
All right, I
I'm
got mine.
encumbered.
I got mine set.
You know my predicament.
Any silver or
No,
copper?
it was just those two. It was just the
Mm.
platinum and the gold pieces
That's a good excuse to get you that armor
from the
enchantment.
vault.
I'm encumbered.
I'm in
Oh.
danger.
I'm encumbered.
Bastard.
Chris, is it possible to make an item so I have like a... Or no, I can just do it on here.
Don't you have a ship?
I have a ship, yes.
Put your money in there.
That's what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Oh, I got
Character sheet.
Okay.
Don't you have a ship?
Alright,
No, I'm not the owner anymore. It's Saren now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely just fucking
he
Saren
he
now.
just took my ship over.
Alright,
Who saved you?
alright,
Listen.
alright.
Who
And
fixed your ship?
Session now.
it's 124, 125,
if
right?
we're-
Platinum.
125, 124, 595, 594.
Alright. Blink. Oh, that brings me back up a bit. Cool.
Money.
So, yeah, let's get you some of that armor enchantment because you plus your strength. We use your claws.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end the session here.
Okay.
For those that are watching, I hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
guys
thanks.
have a
Here we go.
wonderful night. Also, check in my bio for Swift Lifestyles. You'll get a 15% off on your purchases of drinks and other merchandise.
Mm.
Indeed.
I sure do love other merchandise.
Help out the channel.
I
just
sure do love
added-
G Fuel. I
Don't.
sure do love. Swift Lifestyles.
Can you imagine somebody like G Fuel's like watching? It's like those sons of bitches.
Chris, in the
Get
cargo
now.
hold, I'm guessing I'll do it when the ship gets here, but yeah, like I'm gonna guess I have a chest in my cabin.
Yeah.
In your quarters.
I'm putting 1,000 platinum, 1,000 gold in there,
Sounds
and
good.
locking it. An arcane lock.
Oh, you have a key on you.
When you say 1,000 platinum, is it 1,000 platinum pieces or the equivalency of 1,000 gold in platinum pieces?
1,000 platinum is 10,000 gold.
So I'm just curious,
Hold
how much
on
are
a
you fucking
minute.
carrying on
lot
you?
of gold.
Wait a
Hold up.
minute.
How much are you fucking
So-
carrying
Hold
on
up.
you?
I think I
Oh,
accidentally.
100
Hold up.
platinum?
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
You
Just-
may be
Something
carrying a little bit too much platinum.
Hold up, this cat's
Hold
over
on.
here fucking dragging her pockets on the ground like you watch.
Yeah, it's like,
Hold
And she's
on.
stealthing?
I carried a fucking zero that we shouldn't have.
oh my god.
There
Hold
we
up.
go.
That's
how
why
much
he's
platinum?
always rich.
He's
Yeah.
meow.
Gold 1,000 platinum.
So the desk captain, he was he was
He was
kind of melee
running
combat
outside.
based.
Yeah, Vasil.
Yeah.
So you've seen him before in combat. When he fights, he has a illusionary duplicate by his side. So yeah, he's melee.
Isn't he? This basically, he's an echo.
He's the
Knight,
guy
isn't he?
who wasn't really useful in the fight. He's the Echo Knight fighter, guys.
Does he have any use of
stronger
martial
now.
weapons, or is
Yeah.
it like expertise towards?
He's an
Okay.
Echo Knight fighter. He fights with a shaded double of him, which increases the area he can fight in.
Well, I was
This
also
is-
thinking if we are in a
Especially
ranged
those better,
combat
right?
scenario,
Ah,
he could hold on to Heart Piercer for the time being.
Yeah. As a military trained man, he has proficiency in all martial weapons. But you've
Okay.
also seen during the display at Rasona that him and his men have the unique ability to essentially always be under the effect of the jump spell.
Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, just or we just give him a bunch of fucking healing potions. We're like, all right, we go down, just feed it to us.
Like Flappy can do that. It's effective.
Yeah, but then we have two people like